Hello, fuckaroonies! It's Archie Luxury. Archie Luxury, how are you today? Archie Luxury, how are you going? Archie Luxury, we love you. Archie Luxury, let's run the intro. Archie Luxury. How are you? How are you going today? It is in Australia, it's Sunday night. In America, it's Sunday morning, Bubba. Hey, how are you? How is it going? We've got NATO. Come on, guys, jump on the stream, chat to your pontiff. This is your chance. Come on, guys, jump on and talk to your pontiff. I'm here talking any topic you want to discuss. That's right, guys. I'm here. The Undertaker. How are you, man? I was thinking of a career change. I am deadly serious about your suggestions. And I got to tell you, man, I love your solid gold bluesy. Man, that is winner chicken microwaved dinner. I love it, man. I love it so much. It makes me happy to see you celebrating. So that's the way it goes. And we got Sirocco, my good friend Sirocco. Hello, Sirocco. How are you?
Archie, how's your Sunday going?
Hey, you know what? It's has its ups and downs, okay?
What's the matter, Archie? Come on. It's always up. Let's forget the down. It's always up.
Yeah. How you been, man? I miss you.
I've been good. I've been doing stuff. I've been out and about, having some
You know how it
fun.
is. This whole since you and Dodger left the dungeon, it's just been auto destruct. I've had Narc. I've had Curly. Curly's doing a good job, but Narc pushes it. I've got to be honest with you. He pushes it a bit fast sometimes, and I think that's wrong. You know.
What can I say? What can I say? You know, it's yeah, fucking. It is what it is. These guys have taken over the dungeon, and I guess they're doing a good job.
Curly's doing a great job. Narc is hilarious. Narc is a hilarious guy, but he's got to know the right play. Like I was talking to Nico, and he runs my embarrassing scenes. You know, that's not the way to get sponsorships. You know what I mean?
No, well, you're trying to get money.
I mean, I do funny gags. I do funny gags for my punters. That's fine. I don't mind doing that, right? But sometimes when I got a lead, I got to work the leads. I can't look the fool when I'm working the leads. You understand? I'm working the leads.
Money in. You got to get the money in. It's the money. It's the money. It's the fucking money.
I'm a little bit disappointed. You would thought that I would just abandon you. You are a good friend of mine. You're a bluesy brother. Why would I abandon you?
I never said you abandoned me, Archie. I've never said that. You know, I've sent you a couple of WhatsApps.
No. You sent me some really good. Man, I love you, man. I just want to say this to Rocco. No matter what happens, I want to say this to you, man. I hope we can. Okay,
mate. We can carry on. We can have lunches. I just thought, you know.
I just want to be. By the way, I've deleted that dickhead. He's a fuckwit. Anyone who wants to put stupid comments there, I'll fucking ban you. So you want to put stupid just let me know, and I'll ban these losers. I got Trapper John. Hey Trapper, how are you?
Good. How are you, boys?
Hey, I'm okay, man.
Trapper looks different. Trapper looks really different.
I got my hair dyed.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Kind of cool. And you grew it out a bit on the top.
Yeah, kind of a little bit shaggy look.
Yeah, cool. It's different.
And I got Dodger. Hello, Dodger.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, as the captain would say.
I got to tell you, I had a really good talk with Dodger yesterday.
My old friend Dodger, my old compatriot, my now superior.
Partner in crime. Crime.
My now superior.
Don't think so.
Well, I think so.
By the way, I just want to say to you, I had a really nice discussion with the professor last night on the stream. He's quite a nice guy.
Professor's a great guy. You've got suddenly you've got the big watch people. You've got Professor. You've got Higgins. I mean, fuck me dead, Arch. You got fucking Higgins. He's the most knowledgeable watch guy you could possibly get. And he's finally been allowed to join the Archieverse after you know, without trying to talk drama, but you know, we brought him in back in all those days at the beginning of the dungeon, and then things happened, and he was, you know, we were told he wasn't allowed on, but finally, sense has been seen, and he's back, which is fucking awesome.
Pretty good guy.
In my opinion. He's a great guy. I've always liked Jonathan. He's a really nice guy.
He's a troublemaker, in my opinion.
Okay.
Dodger doing a badger thing here.
Look, I got to tell you guys, it's wonderful to see you guys. You know, what I'm hoping is, what I want to do is I want to be the conduit for friendships like Dodger, Sirocco, you know, people, different continents, and you can come on the Archieverse and just chat to your friends. Do you understand? That's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean, Sirocco?
Yeah, of course I do. Of course
that's what I wanted.
Dodger and I have been friends from back in the Marcello days, you know, and we've never had a bad word, have we, Dodger?
No, not yet. I'm working on it.
Yeah, he's working on it, and I just sit back and because I'm a lover and I'm not a fighter.
Sirocco, we did some great streams, New Year's, Christmas Day. We did some amazing streams together.
We did, and then what fucking happened? It was bizarre. Everything got taken over. This evening stream, our time, got fucking taken over. You agree with that? At least.
I
It
remember.
got taken over, and got taken over very fucking quickly. Kind of sad. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Sure. Look. I think now it's all water under the bridge. Let bygones be bygones. Let's just move on now. I think all things are pretty much sorted, or maybe, might be one or two problems.
Yeah,
but,
or maybe.
I've spoken to all the guys. Let's just move on from it, and let's carry on having some fun and supporting the pontiff.
All I've ever said is support the pontiff. That's all I've ever said. That's all I want.
Speaking of support the pontiff, a super chat,
that
even
would
$1
be helpful.
super chat would be very handy. Sirocco, this is a wonderful. I would like people like you to come on here. Don't feel pressured to come on. You come on because you want to, and we can chat and have a discussion. Watches all things horology, concrete boats. By the way, Sirocco, marine ply. Can I make a boat out of marine ply?
Yeah, you probably want a fiberglass over it though.
Yeah, you need to
actually, in actual fact, a lot of boats are made initially out of a marine ply, and then they're encapsulated with fiberglass.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
that gives them the strength.
It gives them the strength. I've worked on boats in the past, but let's not get off topic because your watches here.
Absolute ball, $1. Absolute ball, $1.
Thank you,
Thank you so much, Absolute Ball. That's $1. That's going to be 70 cents Australian towards Archie probably having another. Let's have a whiskey.
What is that US?
It's about 50 cents.
40 or 50.
Yeah.
45.
Sorry.
Just kidding.
You were saying you have worked on boats. You've worked on boats.
I've worked on boats where they're timber boats, and they actually encapsulate them with fiberglass.
But if the water leaks in, you're fucked, aren't you?
Well, yeah, that's why they encapsulate the boats.
They're tending to use OSB now. OSB's got more of a water repellent action, so if it does get wet, it doesn't expand and blow as quickly as marine ply, I believe.
Yeah, there you go. Absolute Ball said you can buy yourself a Coles plastic bag.
Okay. See, what I can do is, what I'm thinking of doing is, I would desperately lawnmower powered boats. What do you think of them? Lawnmower powered boats.
Okay.
I think I've seen one of them.
How big's your boat, Archie?
You got some strange things in Australia.
12 feet, 12 feet, 15 foot.
Yeah, that's just a big lawnmower. Yeah.
They built some badass little jet boats in New Zealand. They're like 12-footers, and they use jet ski motors and run up rivers and stuff. That would be fun.
Yeah, they're fucking nuts. Have you watched that shit? They're fucking
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fucking mad.
So I gotta tell you,
Chappie, you don't go fucking spearfishing off the back of one of them. You got to go. No. You got to go.
Phoenician cedar. That's expensive. Phoenician cedar. $2. Upvote, nice people. Should be at least 50 by now. An absolute ball, $1. Thank you so much.
They got 2 shopping bags now.
Sirocco,
two shopping bags and maybe half a glass of that, whatever that is that you're drinking.
You went in my BMW. What did you think? Was that a nice motor vehicle? Tell me this.
Archie, I had an absolute fucking blast, and we live streamed it in your BM, in the beam where we live streamed it on the dungeon. I don't even know if that still exists. That would be so good to watch again. I never rewatched it, but that was an amazing.
We're having fun, weren't we?
It was fucking awesome. And I've never said this before.
Yeah.
But we had the ice cream, and then we drove back, and I was crying help to the police that we saw, having good fun, and then we stopped,
Yes.
and then we parked the car, and you said, "Hang on there," and then you got your 2 Louis Vuitton watch boxes out of the boot of the car,
Yeah.
and that was the day before you went to the States.
No, 2 days before.
2 days before. Beg your pardon. You got a super chat from Madman.
Madman, cheers, Madman. Thank you so much, Madman. Cheers.
Cheers, Madman.
Look, Sirocco, I got to tell you something. You know what? I am finding it hard to move forward. I'm actually thinking about seeing a shrink next week. A psychologist, not a psychiatrist, psychologist. What do you think?
Oh, look, whatever you reckon, mate.
No, you just tell me, give me your opinion. Say no, I don't think so.
I don't know if you really need to. It's just a matter of you just got to pull your head together.
It's worth going to get another opinion, and just somebody outside of family and friends, somebody neutral that's got experience, because these people talk to people with problems every single day, and it's good to get another point of view.
I will say one thing. Many fucking years ago, I had a problem with my ex-wife. Many years ago, and she went off to see this psychologist, and then she came back and said, "Oh, he wants to see you." And I went, "Yeah, okay, well, I'll do it." I went and had the chat to him, and it really wasn't what the things that he was telling me wasn't the things that my wife would have wanted to hear. I never told her. But it's kind of they're you've got to open up, and then they can only give you any advice that they come up with, and it's just the same as talking to Trapper or myself or Dodger or NATO or Strider. You can open up. You got to ignore the chat and stuff entirely, and then you listen to what they have to say, and it's like talking to your best mate in the real world, away from the Archieverse, away from YouTube. There's no difference. Do you know what I mean? Yep.
What happened to that? Was it a spiritualist, or you were seeing somebody before you went to America there a few times?
No, what I said was, should I get a clairvoyant to work out who fucking did the burglary?
No. This was was before.
I remember
the trip.
that one.
Yeah, I do remember that. This was before the trip.
I don't remember that.
She was a spiritual advisor or something like that. Might have been shtick.
Yeah,
it might have been a shtick. Sard Gandapur is in the house. Hello.
Hi, Archie. Hello, thank you, Sard.
Hello, Sard.
I can't bring up these chats, and it's actually refreshing. Does that make sense? I can't touch anything. I can't do anything. It's really fucking weird. I can get kicked off any time that someone decrees it's time for me to go. It's wonderful. And I'm waiting for it.
By the way, Sirocco, let me say to you, Sirocco, you know what I did today Sirocco?
No, I've got no idea.
I polished my Beamer.
What? In the rain?
No, because I like to wax it. I like to wax on, wax off. I like to wax it.
How many times in a week can you fucking polish that damn thing?
No.
Christ.
It's a long. No, because you have to wash it first. Then you've got to make sure the surface is clean, and then you wax it. And then after I do a wax, like I use a Canuba wax, right?
Yep.
After I use a Canuba wax, I then use a quick wax to get any residue that I didn't get off properly off. And then I just love it. You know what I mean?
Do you clay bar it before you wax it?
Look, I checked the surface out. It didn't really.
You got a
need
super
clay.
chat, Archie, from Absolute Bore.
Absolute Bore, $2. Hookers offer more than psychiatrists I've met. Thank you.
I can't bring it up. You haven't brought it up. You got to bring it up.
So much there. Absolute bore. Hookers offer more than any psychologist I've met. Thank you, absolute bore. Let me say this to you.
I think he's right. I think he's actually right.
I think let's charge you about the same as well.
They probably charge you. Actually, I think they might even charge you a little bit less.
A little bit cheaper. Yes. So with the waxing, you've got to clean. So did I clay bar it? No, but what I did, I do a quick wax. So I wash the car, then I use a quick wax to clean the surface, and then I gave it a Canuba wax. I like a Canuba wax. Do you like a Canuba wax or a synthetic wax, Trapper?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into wax in my rigs.
Yeah, I'd rather polish the touch than
do you wax the excavator?
No. I stopped. I was waxing it
clean
once
it
and
off?
it went off.
You power wash it and stuff and get all the mud and shit off.
Yeah. I do have a pressure washer. I got into touchless car wash stuff, Arch, foam cannon and all that kind of stuff.
Foam cannon, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I use.
Foam cannon.
I believe some of the products that I use in it, they add the wax like you would a car wash. But yeah, Carnauba wax is good. I have used it in the past when I was in high school.
It's strange, you guys. You wash your cars and clean them. The way I look at it, it just scratches the paint. I just use a pressure washer. I've never washed and waxed the cars.
That's pretty much what I do now, Dodger. Just a touchless.
Never physically touch it. I just spray it. You
I do prefer a hose and a sponge and a bucket of wash and wax or whatever. Just go over it,
hot foam
things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
these hot foam stations that here you pay your money, you spray it with hot water and hot wax or whatever, and you never touch it.
Yeah. I don't. I live in the dirt and the grime, so it's too easy to scratch it if you use a mitt and a brush and that kind of stuff. There's a lot of precautions you have to take.
Well, even if you're careful, you end up with little swirly, and it just wears the paint if you keep washing it.
What are we drinking, Archie? Oh, here we go. I was just about to say, fucking where are the super chats? And I can't even highlight it. I tried to.
Here we go. Michael says, once you go synthetic, you won't go back to Canuba. You reckon, Michael?
Mr. GMT super chat.
Yeah, Mr. GMT, $5. You have an awesome panel, Arch. Awesome to see. Stay sexy and have a great night. Thank you so much, Mr. GMT.
Mr. GMT is a really good guy. He's a real cool guy.
I think what I do is...
I did watch in the background. I watched a review of his collection the other day. He's got an amazing collection. Man. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah, no, the reason I didn't clay bar it is you shouldn't clay bar too often. I actually clay barred the car a couple months ago, and when I waxed it, and you can just run your hand on the paint to feel whether it's gritty or not. That tells you whether you need to. You shouldn't be waxing or clay barring too much. That you shouldn't do that too much. It's something you do. I do it once. That's why I'm doing it, because it's the start of the new year. See, in the first month, January, I like to do that sort of stuff.
Next rig I buy straight off the lot, I'm gonna have it have the oh my god, the ceramic protected.
Yeah, I agree with that. Then you don't have to polish it. Yeah, and honestly, my understanding is 3 months is plenty to fucking wax it.
Sorry?
I was told by a detailer.
Yep.
3 months. 3 months. Unless it gets totally fucking crap and whatever. But 3 months is plenty. Not every
3 months. Well, 3 months is what? It should last 3 months. You're saying don't wax more than 3 months. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Once every 3 months should be plenty.
No, but the reason I
Yeah.
waxed it again, you don't understand, is because they left my
Yeah,
fucking
well,
car
what are we
at the
waxing, Archie? Are
dealership.
we really waxing the Beamer?
Because they fucking left my car out in the elements when I got the keys. Remember that with the keys?
Yeah.
Remember with the keys?
Time to unwind. Yeah, but that was
Time
3
to
months ago.
£1.80. Archie, you never sniffed village nurse bicycle seat? See, we never had a village nurse. I live in Brisbane. We're not village nurse. So that's an
They had
English
them
thing, the
there, and
village
that's a very British thing. Yeah, they absolutely had them
village
there.
nurse. What do the village nurses do?
Depends what they. You've just got to sniff the seat and find out, I guess.
God.
Yeah.
Used to sell those bicycle seats to Japan. They used to go down like
There you go. There's the Dodger nose.
How to clean my luxury Mazda Strider. Well, at the moment, Strider, I would say it's good to give it a good clean. I got some videos I've done. Check out the Archie Luxury channel on how to clean, because you want to get a nice layer of wax on it just to protect it. I think the wax actually helps a lot. Mr.
Archie,
GM.
did Mr. GMT
Yes,
super
we
chat
did.
here.
We did, sir.
Good
We
man,
did.
good
We
man.
did. So I want to tell you what I do is, guys, I do the streams from 8:30 to 10. If I'm tired, I leave. Otherwise, I stay a bit longer. And I've been enjoying it. I really enjoy coming on here and talking to you guys. It's enjoyable stuff. And I got to tell you,
a good idea to opens you up to a lot of people that wouldn't catch your other show. So might take a little bit of time.
You've got the American market in the morning, our time, and you've got the European British market waking up, and Trapper's obviously either woken up very early or he's staying up very late. You know, you've got European British and the emerging American market at this time. It's been working really good for you for the past couple. It's been 2 weeks, Archie. 2 weeks.
It's midday in Europe here, so it's just perfect time on a Sunday if you think about it. When people get used to this time, it's you know, everybody's free and available on midday. It's cool.
yes, yeah, I love to see you guys coming on and chatting. It makes me really happy. Okay.
Good. Makes us happy. I mean, we wouldn't be here unless it made us happy too.
Oh, 100%, man. You'd be crazy not to come if you're not to.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's just great to see you.
It's mutual, mate. It's mutual.
Yes. It's yeah. I got to tell you guys, the you've got to be careful how you do things, you know, in life.
It's quite funny because I spoke to Sol before. Sol phoned me up a couple of hours ago, and
yes,
I said, no, I'm not doing the fucking live stream. And then I thought, fuck it, I'll just jump on. What the hell? I've been on for a little while. It's been nearly 2 weeks since I was on. Well, maybe not 2 weeks, but it's been a little while. And I do enjoy it, but, you know, I just can't do it anymore. I've got other things to do. So.
No, that's okay.
No, another super chat. Absolute bore is keeping you in alcohol.
He is doing really well there. $2. Snow dropping is a respectable old term. Snow dropping. What is snow dropping? I never heard of that before. We didn't really.
Let me Google
someone who
it.
Steals.
I'll find
It denotes. I've just googled it. It denotes someone who steals women's underwear from washing line, often for. Wow, snow dropping.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go. That's a new one. Time to unwind. Super chat.
My God, snow dropping. That sounds. Here we go. Time to unwind. £1.80. AC3. You shine your purple helmet as much as your car. No,
he uses the underwear he gets off the line to do it. He goes snow dropping and then he shines the purple helmet. There you go.
I got to tell you, I've been really loving my Submariner. You know that? I love that watch.
What's not to love, Archie?
You need to get with Wolven and have them do a special AC3
I just thought about it. would you mind if I record an advertisement for Woven whilst I'm talking to you guys here?
No problem.
What do you think?
Go for it. I don't know if I put me to one side.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to film it on this camera here.
Are they going to be a sponsor? Are they going to be a sponsor? Are they going to do it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm trying to get them as a sponsor. Okay, watch this. Okay, I'm going to do a recording.
There we go. No, righto.
Hey guys, it's Archie Luxury, and this is a special video for my friends at Woven! Woven Watches. Guys, I want to say to you a big thank you. You helped me out when the burglars, they had devastated my room, and you super chatted some big donations. You guys at Woven, it's time for me to give you some payback. I want to thank you. Guys, the best thing I can do for you guys is get you involved in sponsoring Archie Luxury. Guys at Woven, I want you on my channels. That's right, guys. There's more than one channel. You guys at Woven are so loyal and so amazing. I'm going to do a special deal just for you today. Okay, Sirocco, just give me some tips. I can hear you. It's not going on the video, so you can say things that I should be saying to them. Woven, I got a deal for you.
Fuck.
Here we go. $750 US, 3-month advertising. I'll insert a 1-minute video into every video I make. That's right, guys. I want to get you into the big league.
Do you know how many compliments I get on this shirt?
I want to get you guys. Woven, I love you. It's time to get Archie Luxury sponsorship, $750 US for 3 months, and I'll insert a 1-minute advert into every video that I release across my channels. Woven, I love you. Please email me, archieluxury72@gmail.com, archieluxury72@gmail.com. Guys, we'll get another Rolls Royce for you soon if you pick up Archie Luxury as a sponsor. You're sponsoring me. Thank you. How's that? How do you reckon of that?
That's part of the end. But like the guys are saying, this is good energy, Arch. This is good energy, and this is
you should put some
you need for your own shit.
Tell them that you'll give them international reach, you know.
Now, I want to do another thank you ad for David SW. Is that okay?
Yeah, go on.
Hey, David SW, I want to thank you for sponsoring Archie Luxury for a long, long time. Man, I got to tell you, it means a lot to me that you want the Archie brand name. David SW. Can I do anything for you, David SW? David SW, do you want me to revamp the ad? Do you want me to keep the original ad? Give me some clues. Give me some pointers. Give me a script. David SW, if you've got special super duper clients who want to get a complimentary phone call from me, I'll do it. Just contact me at archieluxury72@gmail.com. archieluxury72@gmail.com. David SW, I love you and I thank you for supporting Archie Luxury. How's that for a thank you vid?
That's perfect. And can you drop the link while you're at it for ABC?
We got Professor on. The Professor is on now.
Professor's on, and ABC wants the link. So if you can pin that as well, that would be really good.
We've done that just now. Okie dokie. How are you, Professor? What's going on there in your neck of the woods?
Very good. Very good.
JD says, JD is a member, and he says, maybe change the woven shirt arch on the David SW read.
No, I deliberately didn't have the logo showing.
Okay. All right. That was a good point, though, JD. Well done. Professor, sir, how are you on this winter's day in the UK?
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. I look at people running.
Looks fucking better weather than we're getting here, I gotta fucking say.
Hello, Archie. Hello, plebs. I saw a photo of myself and I thought, what am I doing on this stream? I'm not on the stream. So I thought, let me jump on and see what you're up to.
Hey, that's so cool, man. How you going? We missed you.
Well, it looks like my protege Rishi is doing very well because I'm the one who gave him stardom. And look at where he is now. He is screwing up the country the way I intended to.
Hey, thank you so much.
I brought the NHS to its knees. People with chest pain can wait up to 90 minutes for an ambulance. They have to wait for 4 to 6 hours to even be seen by a nurse for triaging assessment. It's all going to plan.
Insert diabolical laugh.
You know what? I'm gonna go and get some nuts. You know what I feel like is some nuts? I'm gonna go and
That
get some
doesn't
nuts.
sound good, Archie. People are going to clip that.
Archie,
People are going to
there's so
clip
Yes,
that.
sir. What's that?
Archie, a nut going to get some more nuts. I mean, it's just fucking weird. What's going on?
I want to get some. You like macadamias or cashews? What should I get?
I
Give me a choice.
like them. I like them both. Get a bag of me.
Okay, I'm gonna get some. I'll get some nuts.
All that polishing talk made him think of nuts.
Let's have Boris talking to Boris. Boris talking to a watch, or a watch talking to Boris. It's weird.
Well, he's all of a sudden developed an American accent, like he's from Texas, from the Wild West.
Yeah. Hick American accent, I would say, yes.
It's good that my fan base has reached so far. I'm
so
very
far,
flattered.
so wide. It was the doofiest looking blonde hair picture I could find.
Well, I think Tim is trying to look like me now, don't you think?
That's what I thought, yeah.
Well, look, see, I'm ahead of my time. I'm a trailblazer.
Trendsetter.
Yes, one of them too. What's Dodger doing out in Poland? Are you avoiding paying your taxes?
No, strangely enough, I'm just. Strangely, we're trying to arrange a meet up in Newcastle for the guys, and we're all trying to have a watch meet up in the UK.
You don't want to pay your taxes so you can fill the pockets of my cronies?
I'll tell you, I've paid more of my fair share's worth of tax. I've always paid my taxes. The way I look at the old taxes, the more tax I pay, the more money I'm earning.
Well, I've managed to avoid a lot of taxation thanks to my connections.
It always catches you up in the end, all these little schemes, you know. It's all quiet for 7 years, and then suddenly they catch up with you and take all your money out of your bank account. It's not worth it.
I'll be back soon, I think.
Dodger did Brexit before Brexit was Brexit.
Hey, did you hear about that in China? Some of the banks have collapsed. Some of the banks, you can't withdraw your money.
Thank God I'm not Chinese. I heard Boris was donated £1 million or something the other day for something. I don't know what the fucking hell. Boris is doing quite well, not being Prime Minister.
I need my retirement investments, don't I?
Yeah, Boris has got a retirement fund without actually having to do anything. He's doing some £250,000 per fucking speech or something stupid, and then he's got donators just saying, "Come and live here for nothing."
Archie, I think you could do with some of my donors, don't you think?
I know. The leads!
You need some of my donors in your...
I need the leads!
He's the lead. Yes. Which one's Boris? Boris, send him some cash. ARCHIELUXURY72@gmail.com.
Well, I think Archie would be very good in my after-dinner speech circuit. People would love to listen to what Archie has to say.
Mm.
Hang on. What was that TikTok? That was amazing. That was clever. I like that TikTok.
It's a 5 Series BMW TikTok, I can tell.
There's also a £1.80 super chat.
It sounded like the blinker
unwind.
fluid was a bit low.
You need to eat meat. How about beef curtains?
Oh dear. Yes, I like beef curtains, really. Especially in the House of Commons, where there's some nice toddy around.
Oh, Jesus. Some real lookers there.
Oh, my God. I never heard of these terms. You know that?
Are you looking at Urban Dictionary, Archie?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, great website. Great website. Wealth of information that's relevant with today's youth.
Strider misses the war. I wonder which war he's missing. Strider, jump on, Strider. Drop the link out. Come on, fucking Strider. Come on, Strider. New blood. Come in. Is this the delusional guy who bought a tuba and thinks he's going to get a Pepsi?
That's right, yes.
I get confused.
He thinks a couple of Tudors will get him a Pepsi. Well,
I get confused. I'm just a fucking old drunk, so I get confused.
I don't think even I could get a Pepsi at retail.
I gotta tell you something there.
You get one donated, Boris.
I was gonna say, yeah, in the gift bag for your speaking.
Right, you know,
circuit,
bag of Minties and a couple of macadamias, and oh, by the way, here's my pet.
I have a feeling that, you know, the way
I can't order him anymore. Shit, fuck.
I think the way Tim Wright has been clipped for the riding dicks. I think people will clip that Archie bit about I need to get some nuts. I think people will clip that.
Dicky. Hey guys, I'm just busy booking my flights to Newcastle.
I'm riding dicks.
I like that. Do it again, please.
But he says here after it's got the word here
I'm
in
riding
it.
dicks.
Dodger, are you going to come to the West Midlands by any chance? Because I might be able to see you if you're going to be around.
No, come up to Newcastle, old chap. We're having a meet-up in Newcastle.
You're the talk. I don't talk Newcastle very well, lad. Only been to Newquay once in my life.
Somebody else made a mistake of upsetting lads up Newcastle. I wouldn't start doing that, mate. No, come up. We're all going up to Newcastle, yeah. Having a meet-up.
Archie, what's going on with travel plans? Come on, let's talk about your travel plans. Enough about Dodger. You know, Dodger's taking over the show. He's centre stage.
That's okay. We love Dodger.
I know.
Well,
I'm just giving him.
Okay, you should chuck your keys out the pram.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to go to Bangers with Archie. I think he really knows the sights and sounds and the places to go to and the wenches to visit.
Come on, Arch.
Isn't that
What's
right?
going on? Travel plans, Arch. Tell us.
Actually, I'm going to Singapore in June.
Fucking June? You can't wait 6 months. What the fuck are you doing?
I was going to go to Malaysia soon. I want to go to Malaysia for 10 days. What do you think of that idea?
Let's go to Bangers. Fuck Malaysia. Let's go to Bangers.
Yes, I second Bangers because the sights and sounds and the wenches in Bangers are
Malaysia's okay. Malaysia's nice, but I think it's a little bit more expensive. I think you're going to have a lot more fun in Bangers.
Right, chaps, I've got to jump off now, but it's been splendid speaking to you all. Ciao.
Ciao,
Ciao,
ciao.
Boris.
Ciao,
Ciao.
Boris.
Ciao,
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 Boris,
ciao.
without the Boris.
Ciao, meow, ciao.
He's great,
I'll
isn't he?
totally
Great
be on the
value.
panel. So come on, Arch. When are you going to go to? When are you going? When are you going somewhere?
Midday the 31st. Flight arrives at 11:20.
I can hear Mrs. Dodger scheming.
Mm.
It's all right. We're having to book the flights quick. You know, these things disappear. Sorry. Trying to do two things at once. I'm not doing it.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I haven't heard Mrs. Dodger's sexy voice for so long. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, this is sexy. They want your sexy voice. Give us sexy time.
I
Come
didn't
and talk
say that.
sexy to the boys. We'll say hello to the
never
boys.
said that.
Sexy.
I cannot. A
Sexy
subordinate
time.
cannot talk about M like that. Good God.
Oh, no, you can't talk about him like that.
Who's disrespecting me? Good morning, Scirocco. Good morning,
Hello,
Pontiff.
Mrs. Dodger.
Hope you're very well.
Hello.
Great M.
I'm okay.
Avatars.
Sorry?
It's okay. Pontiff says he's
Change
okay.
the avatar.
It's all right. She's getting confused. It's the avatar. She says no names underneath.
No, there are no names. I don't know why. I don't know how that works.
Because I had a super chat
there you go.
highlighted. It takes the names off.
No, there you
I've
go.
often wondered why that happens.
Yeah, I always wondered that. Jesus Christ, what an amateur I was. No matter anymore. It's a trap.
Anyway, I'm back to the program now. So the flights is booked. The flights is booked.
The flight's booked.
Where are you flying to?
Thailand.
Newcastle. We're having a big northern meetup in Newcastle.
Fucking Newcastle. Come on.
Yeah. It's a London Watch Show crew.
Southeast Asia, and then we'll all meet up in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, let's all get to Newcastle.
No, fuck that. It's too cold. Come on, don't be silly. That's like going from Poland to Poland.
I'll tell you what, there's lots of beautiful and very warm girls in Newcastle.
Not when I was there fucking 40 years ago.
That's 40 years ago. Oh man, that place has changed completely. I mean, it's a right party.
I can well imagine. Yeah, I can well imagine.
Yeah, it's YI, lads. YI. Great fun, great people, great laugh. Can't wait. Yeah.
Archie.
Well, Archie, when you get your mojo back, you'll be able to do a bit more traveling. We shall meet again. We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know where.
Wake up, Archie.
Sir.
Wakey.
Don't call me sir. I got no rights to be called sir anymore.
Are you gonna get your key? You gonna take your keys back?
No, they got. I haven't. I don't even know if they exist anymore. I'm sure they've been given elsewhere. I don't need them. I really don't need them. I'm not going to run any shows. I might jump on a
I'll never say never, you know.
Yeah. There's no point. If I grab the keys, I mean, Archie, it costs Archie money anyway if I've got them. So there's really little point in me having them if I'm not going to run a show.
Yes.
Well, you can run a show.
I'd like to share something. Can I share something with you? There's a great. Are you into short films?
Actually, I like short films because my attention span is very short.
Can I run a short film on my channel, or that gets me into trouble?
I don't know. Maybe run it and then every minute just pause it
Okay.
speak and then, do it that way. How short is it, Archie? If it's only a minute, you might be all
I
right.
think if you stop it and comment, stop every little bit and comment
You've got
on
to
it.
be so careful.
Probably about every minute, I would say.
It's 14 minutes.
Jesus.
That's a fucking long.
I'm not that much
what
of
is
a
it?
fan
It's not
of them.
porn, like JD says, it's not Pornhub, Arch. You're probably going to get a strike.
Sorry? It's a YouTube channel.
An elderly man is given the opportunity to relive one day of his life. Oh, fuck. Anthony Napolitano says, yes, the dungeon got a strike today. Do what Sirocco said. Apparently the dungeon, I've just read this in the chat.
Shit.
No, it got
it just got frozen, Arch.
the stream got
They
canceled.
just locked it out while the video was playing.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what happens. We did it when you were on the dungeon once. You were playing ACDC and they suspend it. Yeah, no, they suspend
anyway,
it.
It's not a new show.
Yeah. Anyhow, do you want to watch this thing, or you don't want to watch this thing? Do you want to see this or not?
It's up to you. Maybe try and fast forward.
Let's just play for a little bit. This is the guy from All Creatures Great and Small.
Hey, it looks like El Professor.
It walks like me.
Should have carried his nitro with him.
Maybe jump it forward, Arch.
This is probably so niche they'll appreciate the.
You might be asking yourself, can you actually create high quality live stream?
So he gets to relive the chance where he proposes to his wife.
Why don't you pay for?
God, what a nightmare!
You should pay for YouTube Premium, Arch, because that's a write-off. Then you don't have to suffer through those commercials.
They've been walking on their own again.
It's a theater. See, this is it. See, he gets to relive that day.
Wrong?
Yep.
But what he doesn't realize is this is just illusionary. It's not real, because he wants to enjoy this memory more.
Yep. No, I get it. And Anthony Napolitano says it helps if we have it minimized like you have, and we talk a bit. So maybe that'll help.
You can't hear that.
Oh, there you go. You need to get out. Can you imagine fucking reliving your life again?
No, but it's the best day of your life. Maybe a day that you got laid for the first time, or you picked up that new
that's what it says.
You picked up that new boat. You picked up that boat.
What are you doing?
How the fuck can you pick out one day?
And he gets warned. He gets warned. Look at this. He gets warned. Don't fuck around. Enjoy the day. See, because it's all illusionary. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
So he's trying to get more out of it. Do you understand? This old guy's trying to get more out of it. Do you see?
Yep.
Rose!
English Rose. There we go. That's why I brought this up for Dodger.
There you go. I don't know.
Oh, I'll have to watch that then.
It's a very, very. I think this.
What did I say to you?
Play the part. Look
Play
at this.
The part.
But it was real.
It's not real.
You had no right.
What are my words to you? You don't say the lines. I terminate. Do you know how many people get to see this room again?
But she could hear me.
She can't hear you, Joseph.
She did hear me.
Look, I don't get to choose the day. You do. It's perfect. She says yes. You spend it together.
I remember.
You forgot something. Follow the script.
It's a bit deep,
Just
Arch.
as it was.
That's worth a watch.
Where's the way out?
He can't
I'm reading
leave.
the
He's
chat
dead.
and
He's
Strider's
dead. You understand? He's dead. You understand?
He's dead. He's fucked. Yeah, he's dead. He's fucked.
You understand? He gets to relive one day of his life. This is so fucking deep. Dodger. This is brilliant. You know what I mean? This Dodger.
Yeah, brilliant for me. Yeah, it's kind of where I'm heading. It's where I'm heading.
One of the most brilliant.
We're all fucking heading there.
Short, and the funny thing is, that's the guy from All Creatures Great and Small. He has since died. Did you know this?
Yeah. I'm definitely in coffin dodging territory now.
Oh fuck, Dodger! This is an incredible. I think it's one of the most powerful.
Keep playing it, Archie. Anthony Napolitano says, "Keep going, Sirocco. Just watch it. Let's do it."
This is all you have now. You want to just throw it all away? What for?
Do you have any idea when I saw that face last?
So what happened is he didn't get to marry her. Something went wrong. She said yes. That day was incredible, but now we're getting hidden meanings. Like, what else happened in that? What happened? He didn't marry her. Maybe that's not his wife. He told her to fuck off because she was dancing with a sailor.
Smelled that perfume? I'll say the words.
It's very deep, Sirocco. Marinella Trench.
I'm glad I got my subby on.
14 minutes is far too long of a short film for
Back
this.
in the film now. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, fuck. I can see myself here, you fuckers.
Run it forward, Archie. Run it forward.
Where's my shoes? They've been walking themselves.
So what day are you contemplating reliving, Arch?
Look at this. Under the stairs.
Under the stairs. You ready?
Ready. Beautiful out. Let's have lunch by that patisserie on the high street.
I like these
We're
English
starting a new one.
houses, don't you? The old beams in them, Dodger.
Come and take a look.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, dear, going on.
I don't even like these.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, oldie woldy house.
Oh, Joe. It's beautiful. Should we keep it here?
That's the field that he died in. That's the field he died in.
Pick up the painting and say, the nail's already up.
The nail's already up. It's his engagement ring. Look at that. Actually, that looks like the ring that was pinched from my safe. Where the fuck did that cunt little get it from? Sorry.
Does he get to shag her?
The painting.
Yes.
Excellent.
What's the matter?
Joseph.
Look at it. It's deep. It's deep, Dodger.
It is.
Rose, it's deep.
Muff deep. Muff deep.
Sorry. Sorry for what?
I should have left the dance hall with you. I did what I could, Rose, when I got there. You're breathing.
What dance hall? What are you talking about?
Can I read the new cousin?
Holy shit, he's deviated from the script. Sirocco, he deviated from the fucking script.
Listen to me very
Oh
carefully.
no, that'll change history, that will.
She's not there.
We'll put
Not really.
a tear in the continuum.
And I can't break any more rules.
Just enjoy the day and shag the fuck out of her.
Put the painting.
Yeah. You're the shaggy.
Deviated septum.
What did you think of this film, Dodger?
I think I'm going to give it a watch. You know, it's me and
It's
Mrs. Dodger.
incredible, very powerful. It doesn't answer what went wrong in his life, Dodger.
This is why you should try and not make two mistakes in your life as you go through it, you see. Not make regrets.
No regrets. No regrets, hey, Dodger.
Be good, kind to everybody, even if they're not kind or good to you.
Marshmallows pay.
We had the wonderful day. Look, that's the house and the painting. That's the field.
Nato gives it 5 rotten tomatoes.
Oh, look at this, what she does.
She's gonna snip the tape. See that?
Oh, kissy.
Well, there you go.
Short film there. It's deep. It's deep. It was deep. You understand?
Bit of a tearjerker, is it, Arch?
What did you think of that one? What did you think of that?
It was great. I'm just looking for a.
Actually, I'll post.
I don't know if
anyone wants
We've got
to
some
watch it
tomatoes. It's got some tomatoes and pears.
You didn't like it? I thought it was.
I don't know.
Rather clever how it was done.
It's just old ones that start reminiscing on life, and we're just getting ready for a coffee ourselves. You know, it's for us oldies. It's for us oldies.
Have you got regrets in your life?
No point in having a regret. Absolutely.
Really.
Anthony Napolitano, Anthony Napolitano, who's one of your big supporters, said a little while ago in the beginning of this, hopefully I live one of my best days of my life in 7 days when my baby is due. And that sums it up. Forget about regrets. Look forward. Shit. Everyone shut up.
If you're scared of dying old, remember it's a privilege denied to many.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. And absolutely.
The actor Robert Hardy, playing the elderly man, died 2 years after filming this.
Robert Hardy, is he dead? I didn't realize he was dead.
Yes,
I remember
he's
him.
dead.
And I remember
All
him.
creatures great and fucking small.
I remember watching that early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, I guess. Fucking hell. That long ago.
The veterinary.
Yeah.
The young veterinary.
Yeah. And then you had whoever the fuck it was who played James Herriot. Yeah, fucking I can't remember his name. Yeah. There we go. JT, well, this is another bundle of laughs, Arch.
Well, there you go.
Hey, sometimes...
Sorry, it's old man's talk.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Old man's talk. Yeah. No, you can't fucking have regrets in your life. There's no point. You can, but there's no, you can't fucking live them. Does that make sense? You can look back on your life when you get older, and fucking 50 is too young to fucking look at it. You can look back and go, yeah, maybe I wish I'd, but it doesn't matter. It makes no fucking difference. Your life is what you're doing now.
So I'd saying, I regret loving. I mean, so you know, it's a sad thing, but a man who's never loved has never lived at all. The fact that we've not that love
where did that come from? Lawrence of Arabia.
If you have loved and you have felt that emotion, then you have lived truly. Well, that killed it.
Anthony Napolitano, you can't let past regrets melt into your present. Absolutely.
Yeah, good. Mrs. Dodger.
And I don't care. I'm saying absolutely as many fucking times as I want. And if people don't like it, they can get fucked.
Mrs. Dodger says it's all about a good shag, apparently. You bloody did. You bloody did.
There you go. And
what did you just say? Don't lie. Possibly a good shag.
Jump on.
We're having a proper discussion here. You know the tone.
Let's hear the real thing. Jump on, Em.
Oh, she's in one of those moods today. I can tell. She's causing trouble. Yes, you are. Oh, she's doing work for me, apparently.
Oh, wow.
What happened to the professor? Did the professor jump off because he didn't like that movie? Was he the one? Oh, I don't know.
No, he disappeared. I think his equipment failed. He had microphone and camera failure and he disappeared.
What did you think? Tell me what you think there. Can you please tell me what you think of?
I might have to watch the movie in its entirety.
Yeah, I'll watch it in its entirety, Archie, and I'll give you.
It's a short film. It was a short film. It's got meaning. I understand what's missing in my life.
There's nothing missing in your life, Archie, apart from a couple of Rolexes, a few Pateks, a Reverso,
a few good shags,
blah
blah blah.
You know, let's be fair. And we're over that. You're back into, you got two Rolexes. Okay, one's out on loan. You got the bluesy. Let's see the bluesy. Bluesy. Come on.
Bluesy.
Jesus. You know, so we need to get back to bangers. Get a couple of lady boys in you.
Bangers. Flip them over in bangers.
Flip them over.
Flip them over. Just flip them over.
Where's plastic? What's plastic doing?
Plastic is gone, isn't it? It's the freak. It's the
hype
freak.
I'm sorry, hype freak. I'm sorry, I meant hype freak. Yeah,
the plastic catering is no more. It's gone. The plastic has gone soft on us.
You've been recycled.
It's been recycled, yeah.
That's good. That's what plastic needs to be. Got to everyone out there, all fucking, how many fucking 24 of us, 70 of us, recycle your plastics, guys, and we get a hype freak. Maybe. Ladyboys Daily or a Louis box full of Rolexes?
Yes, hey.
Oh, there you go.
Oh. Now there's a question. What would you prefer, Archie?
Well, you see, I'd take the Ladyboys, and then I would sublet the Ladyboys at a price, and the money I made from subletting the Ladyboy, I would then go and buy watches with. How's that?
You can't sublet.
They didn't say that. He said
no subletting. No subletting.
No, he said if Ladyboys Daddy, it'd be up to me what I did with them, so I could put them back on the street and get some money. I'll be a pimp, yeah, Mrs. Dodge. Absolutely. Man has to earn corn.
Watch fan says Archie needs a new look. He's got a new look. He's got a fucking black t-shirt. How much more of a new look do you need? Jesus Christ.
How many T-shirts do you own, Arch? Like, do you wear? It seems you wear collared shirts pretty much.
This is it.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
done. Yes.
that is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's deep. It's a very deep film, that one. It's deep. It's got meaning.
It's
And,
too fucking deep for this time of day, Arch. Come on, we need
Come
the
on.
energy. I'm trying to help, and I'm not doing a good job. Dodger's kind of helping, but he's hamstrung because he's got Mrs. Dodger smacking him around the back of the neck every 5 minutes. Trapper's
I'm
thinking,
hotels
I got to
now.
get
I'm
up
working on
early in the
hotels,
morning
not
and
flights.
start
I'm working
chopping
on
down
hotels.
trees. You know,
I got up a couple hours ago, so I'm up for the day.
What's the time there?
I get up at 2:30.
Fuck! Why 2:30? What time do you go to bed?
I'm usually laying in bed listening to the end of the show or to the dungeon. So I go to bed at I'm usually asleep by 8:30 or so.
Holy shit!
Why do you wake up at 2:30? Why 2:30?
Well, in the summertime, I get up this early because I want to get started absolutely as early as possible to be out of the heat of the day. So I'll usually start cutting at I don't know, 5 in the morning usually, and work till 10 or so, 10 or 11, then be done. So
that fucks up your sleep for the entire year.
yeah, it's just a routine I've been on since I was in, senior in high school. So
holy shit,
I enjoy the early morning though. Yeah,
I hate it. I hate the mornings. I've never been good. You know, when I was sailing, I'd have to get up at 5 to make sure I was out of port at 6 at the latest to get to where I wanted to go. And I used to fucking hate it.
Yeah, I had a job where I had to work the night shift a little bit, and it's terribly hard for me to stay awake during the night. So but in the wintertime it's not light till quite a bit later, and when the coffee shop opens here in a little bit, I'll go have coffee with the old boys and listen to the stories and the wisdom. And
you got a super chat from CB, Archie.
CB $5. Archie, I am up at 4:30 every day. Holy shit.
I sometimes wake up around 4:30 and take a leak and then go back to sleep. That's about a normal time for me.
Yeah. Hey, you just wee off the end of the boat, don't you? No one can see you.
Well, I'm still going to get out of bed to do it, Arch.
I love it, Sirocco. I love it. I love your energy for life. You know that?
Oh, I don't know.
I love the energy for life you have.
Everyone does things different. I enjoy what I do, and it's not for everyone.
You're living the dream. That's the most important thing any of us can do.
Actually, I'm living my dream. That's the difference.
Yes.
I'm living my dream.
You're a powerful man. You know that?
Well,
having the bravery to commit to doing it, though, Sirocco, that's what's inspiring.
Thanks, Trapper. I appreciate that. It was a big step for me because I left my marriage for it. So
quite a step, I imagine.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing I ever did. But
that first step in anything is always the absolute hardest.
Yeah, but never look back. Well, actually, no, I lie. I did. I got back with my wife after a couple of years, and that didn't last very long. And I went, "Man, fuck it, I can't do it. I've got to get out." She understood it. Still friends. So yeah, moving right along. It is what it is. She remarried. I didn't. I met a few chicks. I've had a good time, and I'm still enjoying my life.
Money for nothing and my chicks for free. Money for nothing and the chicks for free.
Dicks for free.
Archie, those chicks never are for free. money is never for nothing, and chicks are never for free.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Anything.
Well, play the Dick. If you don't know what to say, just play the Dick Timmy Dick thing.
We do have a super chat from Mr. Valjew.
Mr. Valjew, I love him. Mr. Valjew, $5. Archie, I don't know you had a morning show. I go to bed at 9 p.m., up at 5 a.m.-ish. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Valjew. Wow, that's amazing. It's deep. You know what I mean? It's deep. That was so deep, that. I thought you'd enjoy that, Dodger. You're a deep man. And we got Mr. GMT. How are you?
I like that.
How you going, boys?
Hey, not too bad. Did you see the thing, or you just tuned in now?
I tuned in now. I was sticking up for you on another channel.
Sorry?
I was on another channel sticking up for you, Arch.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
I had to do it.
What were they saying? Which channel was this?
What's it called? Dexter, whatever. Box Report.
Oh, what is he saying?
He
doesn't like me?
Shit. He doesn't like anyone that associates with you. He doesn't like.
Why did I thought he was on my side at one stage, wasn't he?
Nah, he never was. He never was.
Lexter is always on Lexter's side, and Lexter's making a channel
He's a miserable.
I've appeared on Lexter's show once. I kind of like the guy, but he's making something out of Archie. You know.
Listen, the guy is very bored and very miserable.
Absolutely spot on. He's living on a golf course, watching fucking golf carts and people walk past, and gophers in his lawn.
If he did have something better to do, he wouldn't be worrying about what Archie's doing. Trust me, he'll be doing that.
Of course he would. Yeah.
I saw the same thing. I saw the same thing happen with my grandparents, though. Right? They retired, and once they stopped doing anything, basically, then all they have too much time to sit and worry about. I saw my grandpa one time get pissed off because his neighbor was parking in front of his house on the street, and it was like, oh my God, you've got to find something to do, because too much time to sit and think is not a good thing. So, anyways. I think it's very typical.
What did I miss out on? Can you let me in on what happened?
It was a short film we were watching, a very deep short film. Are you into short film?
We watched this guy who was coming to the end of his life, picking a moment.
He can relive one day. He can relive one day.
Yeah.
We got Narc in the back room, but I'm not sure if it's a Narc. I've told him to show us his dick. So
Narc can put himself on. Why does he need us to?
Well, exactly. Or Narc, you've got to show us your dick so I know it's you, mate. All right.
Actually,
that's interesting. I can't see that anymore. I'm spewing.
Yeah, Narc can put himself on. Oh no, did somebody take his bloody keys? Oh, fuck knows what's going on.
Oh, we did.
I think he hasn't got keys anymore. I don't have keys.
I have no keys, so I don't care.
I've got no keys too. We've got no keys. But Arch, can I get a wrench?
You had keys. Where
put a comment. Put a comment there, Mr. GMT.
All right, 1 second.
We need a secret code for the Narc. Oh dear.
Because we've been pawn bombed by.
I know.
I saw that the other day. I did
see pretending to be the Narc. Hang on. I don't think it's the only Narc now.
It was Mr. GMT's bloody review stream, and someone fucked it up, didn't they?
Yeah, no. It was good. It happened right at the end. Arch, I just put a comment. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Shit, I got to log back in under a different thing. Just hang on, guys.
Yeah, I believe.
was
I
so
believe
deep.
it's. You know, I
It
do
was
believe
so
it's not.
deep. It was so deep. You know that? It was so deep. This thing
What's
was
that?
so deep. This short film was so deep. It was just incredible.
That sounding like the narc.
No idea.
You sounded I gotta admit, Archie, you sound in better spirits today. It's nice to see.
Hey, thank
You
you.
know,
Thank you.
very
Thank
nice
you.
to see.
Well, to be
Thank
fair,
you.
GMT, you just tuned in, so you missed the.
The Winch Fest.
Well, he looks good now. I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I caught him on a good night. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Archie,
You know?
what's it you do? I've seen the private chat. Don't you have to bring something up? Leave the super chat up. Bring this.
So what I do is I leave the super
That's
chat.
it,
I can
do
bring him
that.
back into the corner.
Yeah, do that. Yeah,
And that
yeah.
way, yeah.
Hello,
Yeah,
Narc.
do that. Narky.
Look, there's someone impersonating me in the chat.
Yeah.
No.
Look, I won't be participating in the dungeon anymore. Wish Curly the best of luck. But what they're doing is they're going after Bear. They're going to try to isolate Curly. You're best giving me a wrench so you know if it's someone impersonating me. If they haven't got a wrench, I'm not going to abuse it because I'm not going to be on it. You know it's not me. So that's what they're doing.
What's happening? Who's they? Narc. Who's they? What's
Someone
happening?
impersonating me
You got
in
a
the
super
chat.
chat, Archie. You got a super chat from
Nelson Oliveira, $10. Sirocco, absolutely.
Shall I read it?
Absolutely.
Shall I read it?
Sorry.
Yeah, read it.
Nelson Oliveira, $10 Canadian. Sirocco, absolutely, 100.
Absolutely.
By the way,
did you understand what I told you?
Doesn't have a C after the H.
Put a comment in the chat. Knock.
Yep.
So you can do it.
So I'm not going to use the wrench. If I do, I'll be watching, but I won't be participating. But that way you'll know if he has got a wrench, it's not me. Because that's what they're doing. They're going after Bear. They're going to go after Curly.
Who's they? Who's going after Bear?
I know for a fact. They're going after Bear. So Bear's already got a few self-doubts. It's got to him. So they're trying to destroy.
Who's they?
I see.
How are they doing this?
I see.
Archie, you're oblivious to all this. Seriously. You got your head in the sand. That's what they're doing.
Archie hasn't got a wrench.
All right, just give me the wrench.
He's got no power.
And if I abuse it, you just take it off. So you know if it's if someone's impersonating, if they haven't got a wrench, it's not me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Why are you not coming on here? Why can't you come on here, Narc?
What was that?
Why can't you come here, Narc? I know you're saying you don't want to go
Look, I've had enough. Seriously, I've had enough.
Oh.
Do I support Archie? Yeah. Am I going to go the other side? No. For the moment, I've had enough. Right?
What happened? Not for the moment. That's good.
For what it's worth, I will miss you, man. I will miss you, brother.
Archie, don't play dumb. I understand. You got to go with Curly. I wish him best of luck. Right? To me, I don't like I like Curly. I love Curly. He's too unhinged. We discuss things in private stream. If I take a stream, volume down, don't get pissed off. Angelic was there. He goes, no problem. I can't deal with this shit. I got a life I live.
Look, I just came on the stream here to relax. I just came on the stream to relax.
Arch, I love you, right? I support you, right? Just give me the wrench so you know if someone's impersonating me, they're going to try to create conflict. I don't want to do that.
Okay,
you understand
look, I'll do that tomorrow. I've got to confirm.
No, Archie, don't give me this shit. Just do it now. So you know, because that's what they're doing. They're sending people over here. I've been told by the other side to go after, pick one person apart at a time. That's what they're doing with Bear.
I mean, being able to know it's him or not will avoid some future dramas. Yeah, so
I don't want the drama. Why do you want to do it tomorrow for? Why do you want to do it tomorrow? Just do it now. So there's no conflict. There's no misunderstanding. I'm not here to create drama.
And if there's a problem with it, you can take it away tomorrow, Arch. Right? If there's a problem, just take it away tomorrow.
I don't want conflict. And I'm not really sounding desperate. I don't need this shit.
I understand.
Now, please give me the wrench and take it away if I abuse it. I don't want people impersonating me and trying to instigate wars. That's what the other person was doing. Do you have to ask Bear?
Yeah.
What is this shit, Arch? Seriously.
Yeah,
After what I've done with all these streams making you fucking money, just give me the fucking wrench. If I abuse it, take it off.
Okay, put a comment there and I'll give you the wrench.
What the fuck don't you understand?
Okay, just calm down.
No, don't be a soft
here to
cock.
relax. I don't like to have conflict.
Right? No, don't be a soft cock. I still support you. Right?
Okay, put your comment there and I'll give you a wrench. Put a comment, I'll give you a wrench. Put a comment. Put a comment.
No, please don't bully the pontiff.
Yeah, stop bullying.
No,
him.
Dodger, look, a guy's impersonating me.
Don't bully him.
No, you're bullying him.
I don't think he's bullying him. I think he's sincerely concerned.
Archie, just do what you think, not what anyone else is thinking.
Yeah,
okay, shut the fuck up.
Fuck off,
right?
Mark.
I don't want trouble caused in the chat when someone's impersonating me, you stupid fuck.
Okay, calm down.
Don't you fucking understand? Go fuck yourself.
It's not hard. It's not hard to fucking.
Right? Go fuck yourself, you drunk. Now, Arch.
Stop fucking around, you baby. Fuck me.
Come on, let's just be nice to each other. We like each. Come on, let's not do this.
No, I don't want people impersonating me in the chat and starting problems. Let's see if I got it.
Oh, bullshit.
I still haven't got it. What's the problem, Arch?
You can't tell Sirocco off. He's my good friend.
No, he told me to think I fucking self. I don't have to like him. All right, so you know now. I won't be posting
You got the wrench. You got a wrench. Look, you got a wrench. There you go. I told you. I gave you the wrench. Now just calm down. Be nice to Sirocco.
Now you should ban that other narc that's not wrench.
We shouldn't be fighting with each other, mate. If we got
what they're doing, Dodger. That's what they're doing. I've been told they're going after Bear. Right, okay. They're sending in the trolls. OC. So this is what they do, right? And I've been told, and this is no bullshit. They're going to go after one person at a time. They go after Tanzil too.
I can imagine that.
So they want. See, OC doesn't go after you. You're sympathetic. So what they're doing, they're conquering and dividing. So they go after one person at a time.
I think you just gave the wrong,
you in the chat,
wrench or the wrong narc.
Are you in the chat right now typing? Because I think you
I haven't got the wrench. You gave it to the wrong person.
Yeah, you gave it to
given the wrench to the wrong narc, Archie.
So take it away, Arch, and
take it away again. There is another. There is. I've just checked. There are two different narcs. Before you do anything, there is a super chat from CB.
This is just.
I'm going to type now. I'm going to type 1, 2, 3. Right?
CB,
that's me.
$5. $5 dungeon without narc will not be the same. I'll be churning in less without narc, and you narc be nice to elderly.
I support Curly. He'll do a good job.
You're 1, 2, 3. Is that you?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, CB.
And then type something after you get wrenched so we can see it's you.
Still haven't got it. The other one has got it.
I'm going to log into a different module. Just hang on. I got to find this. The narc 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Now the other one probably.
You've got to take that wrench back from the other one. And yes, I see what narc's done. Yeah, and look, we don't get eye to eye, but I can see the difference between the two.
They're going to send in other people too. That's what they're doing.
Just relax. It's all okay.
Yeah, let's not fight each other, guys.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Bear's pretty good at these things. Okay, we
no. I don't want it coming back to me. Just give me the wrench. You can take it away.
You got the wrench. You got the wrench.
All right. Thank you. I'll just type in again. One sec.
Yeah, type it again to make sure.
I'm not going to troll anyone. Good luck to everyone. I still support you. Wish Curly the best.
So, Mark, is that
you? Brother. I really am, man. I'm really going to miss you.
Sorry?
I'm going to miss you.
You got the right one. You did the right one this time.
So if someone else is trying to copy me, if they haven't got the wrench, and you got to be careful with prominent members, they're going to try to copy and start trouble. That's what they're doing. And they're going after
I've got a wrench so they can't copy me. I've got a wrench so they can't copy me. That's good.
Why are they... If they're doing so well, why are they concerned about my shitty channel?
Yeah, exactly, Archie.
I don't think you get it. Yeah.
Narc.
Yeah.
Did you get it? Is it the right one now?
Yeah, I got it. No,
Okay.
it's
Why are they? If they're doing so
I
well,
banned
why are
the-
they
why don't you
concerned
ban
about
the
me?
other one?
They just want to destroy you. They know
Yeah,
you
yeah,
without bear. They know you without bear and Tenzil. They know you'll. They think you're going to implode, but they want to quicken up the death.
Well, if they're
Tim
making
is a
some money,
vindictive prick. He's
I don't think you understand how they work. All right, what they do, they send people over here. Like they tried to do it with me. So you had people saying to me, "Why are you working
Archie,
for free?"
I just banned the other one. I just banned the other one.
So they'll say, "Why are you working for free? You're better than that." So they try to use, try to guilt me, make me feel bad about myself. Then they go after Curly. Then they go after Bear. Yeah, two of them yesterday, Ragnar and another guy. And it got to Bear. I could tell it got to Bear. It doesn't matter what Bear says. Now they're going to go after Curly. They're going to say, without Narc, this is boring. They're going to put doubts in Curly's head. Curly could do it on his own. He's good. So this is what they're going to try to do. So you notice a certain people coming to the chat.
Why can they be bothered? They're running long streams. Just let them do what they
Tim
want.
is a vindictive because he feels he's been attacked on 4 fronts. Your 2 shows, The Dungeon, Watch Nicholas, and JJ, 5.
I don't control JJ or Watch Nicholas.
You're missing the point. They're all anti-Tim. You understand what I'm saying?
I got no control over these guys. You
No,
understand?
you're not
that?
listening, right?
I can't
That's
even
the
give
one.
a wrench away without problems.
yeah, but you're in a war whether you want to be or not. So
Look,
suits are handed up.
I don't dislike Sirocco. Sirocco's a good bloke. He could help you out here, but that's what they're doing. They're going to go after you, and they feel like they've been attacked on all these different channels. Watch Nicholas is going after Tim.
Anyway, actually, I banned the other Narc account. It's very easy to figure out which one's which.
Yeah. So I wasn't lying about that. Yeah.
No, that's
No,
okay.
he wasn't lying about that. Well, someone just created an account today, called it the Narc. I banned it off. So
By the way,
checked out Narcs, and
Mr.
it's not
GMT,
difficult to figure that out.
Yes, my friend. Yes.
I am going to put it in the private chat. That video. Check this video out. It's very
For
good
sure.
short film. It's amazing short film. I think it's really amazing. I really.
Yeah. I
Get a
think you
lot out
need
of
some people, Arch. You do your job. Your job is to turn. You need people to have your back. Because you're not into this type of behind the scenes shit. But this is what they're going to try to do to you. You notice none of them have attacked you. OC says Archie's fantastic, but they'll go after the other guys. And it's
Look, I can only.
It's affected Bear. I saw Bear today. It's affected him. He's down.
He did a great show today.
No, I'm not saying Bear's great, but they're getting to him. Doesn't matter what Bear says.
Okay.
Good luck, guys. See you later.
Hey, no worries, Naki. Thank you.
Take care, Narc.
Guys, speaking of
Bye,
which, I got to get some sleep. It's 10 after 10.
Yeah, me too. I gotta wake up early in the morning.
If you're going to do these shows at an evening our time, they have to be the 2 hour. You can't just do an hour and a half. You've got to do the full 2 hours. Come on.
Yeah.
I think what's happening with the show, a lot of people aren't aware it's happening. A lot of people have been on the chat. I've been reading the chat, and people say, "Oh, we didn't know you're on. Oh, this is good for us in Germany." I think as more people get to know, then we'll have more people, and maybe have some more super chats.
Yeah.
But people just don't know it's happening, so we need to let people know more frequently on the main show that this show is now running.
Exactly. I mean, Mr. Zozo's just come in and
we need to advertise.
Your main people. You've got the US coming in now. You can't just disappear after an hour and a half. You have to maintain this 2 hour show, Archie.
I agree with Dodger
other people,
too. I think
Dodger and other people want to carry it on. Then they
in your other videos and stuff, you need to advertise. That you're doing these streams.
Yeah, we need to know. People need to know.
But he does do that. Trapper, in fairness, at the end of every day, the ones that I saw up until the past couple of days, he always finishes it off with, "I'm back in 8.5 hours," which is, an hour and a half ago when he started. So if you start any earlier, it's too early. 8:30 is a good time. We worked that out when Dodger and I were doing the dungeon, that 7:30 our time was too early, and we took it through to the 8:30 start. You know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's up to you. Look, it's your show, it's your channel, it's your business.
It's my concrete boat, okay? Look, let me explain it to you. I got a second-hand concrete boat. We've got a little bit of a problem with some marine ply that's had a bit of exposure. No big drama, okay?
That's right. That's normal for every boat.
Have a bit of exposure?
No, a bit of rot.
I don't really like exposing myself, just putting it out there.
Maintenance on a boat is normal.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Who was that last super chat? Yes, absolutely. You're getting good value. Who that was Nelson Oliveira. I'm giving you your. I can't even highlight it anymore. So you know, it's a shame. I'm giving you value for money.
Which one did you want to bring up? This one. Is it this one? No.
No. He did a super chat before. It was just absolutely Sirocco, absolutely, blah 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 blah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a normal. Everyone says absolute. I don't know why suddenly people are picking on me with it, but yeah.
No, it's because it's your. You know how everyone. I've got my signature sayings. That's your signature. You know, everyone has it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I just said it again.
What you should do is you should embrace it. Embrace it.
I do.
I just repeat myself. Absolutely.
I don't really give a shit.
That's it. Don't worry about it.
What I do care about is Archie. And
yeah,
there's
me
no
too.
super chats coming in.
Yeah. Guys, I love you so much. I got to take my son to a music camp. A mathematics camp tomorrow. So I got to drive him.
You can do 25 more minutes. Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
I
can't help you. And you've got a super chat from CB.
CB, Archie, there is no alternative to put more hours in. Why do you think I wake up so early? Expensive habits come with a price.
There you go, you see.
That's true. That's true. So true. Well said.
Yeah. You want to make the money. You want to bring the money in. And then just above that, I'm going to read this. Just so boring bunch of oldies. Tiptoe through the
tulips in their old age, into the coffin. It's all right. We'll be dead soon, and you can come and take over the show.
There you go. We got.
I don't know. You can talk for yourselves, mate. I'm not gonna die anytime soon. Holy fuck!
You're a young.
Well, you're a youngster, aren't you? You're not supposed to bloody die, are you?
40? What are you? 40?
Well, I'm 48 this year, so.
You're but a child. You're but a child, Mr. James. You're but a child. He's a child. He's a child.
I'm not a child. I'm getting closer to 50. God damn it!
You're just a little boy.
I remember 50, and it was 50 was the best fucking year of my life because I made so many big changes in my life at that time. You know, and look back and fucking fantastic.
That's awesome, man. It's awesome to hear that.
Yeah.
You know.
That was the year I retired and said,
likewise.
Fuck the world.
Well, I won't be able to fully retire, but I want to be semi-retired by the age of 50. That's my goal.
They're perfect. You're not far away. Archie, if you're there, super chat.
Super chat from JL. Super chat from JL. I shall raise it up.
JL. I love JL. He's such a good man. He's such a good man.
Wake up, Archie. Fucking hell. I can't
He's not there. He's not there.
Chodzi się ty cholera jasna. Ruszaj dupa.
What was that?
Gay's arse moving in Polish. Maybe I thought it was a bit similar to Ukrainian here and there. Not to worry, we'll do.
Read it.
JL Australian $5. Tim Drones come into the chat and bring so much negativity. Just look at today's main show. Yeah, JL, what I said to Archie yesterday is I mean, fuck it now. If somebody's like, I mean, he tries to be open to everybody, but if somebody's having a go at him, I mean, just fuck them off. You don't need negative people. Just, to the admins, just fuck them off.
Another
That's what
super
wrenches
chat
are
as well
for.
from CB.
If they're arseholes, don't be lenient anymore. Just fight them off if they're attacking Archie. Just fight them off.
Do you want to read the CB
Yeah, I'll
super
go
chat
back
as
up.
well? Arch can do it again.
There, boss.
Telling you what to do. And CB, $5. Free the dark. Free the dark.
Free anarchy. Anarchy. We want anarchy.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Free
the narc. Free the narc. $5.
Yeah, just go back to JL's. There's a bit of information.
JL's Tim's drones come into the chat and bring so much negativity. Just look at today's main show chat. Who's his drone?
What fucking ban him? Ban him! Ban him!
He's got some brown shirts that.
You honestly think they're that keen on getting, like, they actually, he tells
Yes. It's no question.
Ban the little ones! Ban those little things!
I don't think it's Tim doing it himself. I think it's just people taking it on themselves to do so.
Yeah, a lot of them take up the sword themselves. Bloody arsehole's got nothing else to fight.
I do think that's exactly what you're saying. I think it's more to the point. Mr. Val Jew super chat.
Mr. Valju super chat. Here we go, guys. $5. No landlubbers allowed when Sirocco is in the house.
What the landlubbers will put them on the plank. Put them on the plank, Sirocco. Put them on the plank and stuff the sword.
I'm just a mere rating. In army, I'm now living. I'm digging latrines now. That's all I do.
No, you're still living the dream out on the yacht, out on the ocean wave. He's always going to rave.
Hey, Arch, I put something in the chat there for you.
I read it. I saw it.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, boys, I'm going to head off. I've got to wake up early in the morning. I thought I'd quickly jump on and just say a quick hello and
back to work tomorrow, Mr. GMP.
Yep, work
bye,
tomorrow
sexy.
morning.
Mrs. Dodger says bye, sexy too.
Bye.
Oh, she's bye, sexy.
I love Mrs. Dodger. She's so cool.
Say bye, sexy.
Take it easy, Mr.
Bye,
GMP.
sexy.
Take care, guys, and always stay sexy and wear your watches. Take care. Ciao.
Always wear your watch.
Sexy.
Yeah, that gold day date he has is God, I drool over that thing. That's a grail piece for me. GMT's that gold day date he has.
Beautiful watch.
Yeah, gorgeous. Yep.
Yeah, that's a boss man's watch. That's for sure. With a boss man's watch.
Sure.
I'm the boss.
So I read about something before about a second-hand or a grey dealer or bricks and mortar grey dealer in the UK getting raided by the British. I called them the British FBI. I kind of thought that was weird. And took back £10 million worth of watches. What the fuck is that?
There's something going on in the background. Something going on. Anyway, I'm going for a smoke. I'll be back.
Okay, mate. Yeah,
hey, Sirocco, is the bezel on your Yacht-Master disappointing?
No.
Like, is it mushy feeling? There was a demo one at the AB, and man, when the bezel was just like mush. I mean, it was shit. I literally turned it and was like, crap, this is. But I don't know, maybe because it was a demo.
I've got two Yacht-Master 40s. One's got platinum bezel, and that's actually been back to Rolex because the date got stuck between days or dates. That was whenever that was. The two-tone that I've got, the only disappointing thing, which is I knew about it, which it feels fine in my view, The only problem is it was scratched when I bought it, and I hummed and hard and went, you know what, I don't know. And then I went, fuck it. After a while, I won't notice. And now when I wear it, it's funny. I just don't notice.
That's the only thing you look at.
Yeah, I don't really notice on the gold the scratches anymore unless I really look. It's kind of strange, but no, I've never felt it mushy at all. I think.
Yeah, I just was curious.
They were talking. Were they talking about that on your show today, Arch? Because I saw some of your show, not all of it, about the Yacht-Master 40 and people saying it was shit and blah blah blah. Because I've got 2 subs, as you know. I've got the 40 sub date, and I've got the 41 two-tone bluesy, and then I've got they're both 40 Yacht-Masters, and I love them both. I really do. I think it's such a what I prefer. I mean, because I like blue anyway, and every time I look and compare the rhodium dial to the blue dial, which I have, which has the second hands in red, I just love that blue, and it wears great. It looks great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I want to get one for me and one for my wife and have them matching. So I was, but I just wanted to ask somebody.
No, look,
that had one. So
I think it's basically the bezel's the same whether it's on a sub or a Yacht-Master.
Yeah, I know this,
but
this was a demo, so it very well could have been something to do with that. I don't know, but it was noticeably worse than a sub.
Okay, yeah.
So anyways, it was interesting. But
no, I've honestly never noticed any difference. I love them equally.
Good.
I look at them some days, and I've been wearing my sub date for a couple of weeks, and I've been going, oh shit, what shall I wear next? And I haven't worn my Omega Aquaterra for since I've been back from my trip back in May. And I keep looking at that going, shit, I really need to wear that. It's 6 months, 7 months, 8 months since I've worn that.
Arch, have you ever got a rubber B strap? Is it?
Not really. I like to keep the original straps on them. You know, particularly Rolex has moved the holes now. It doesn't fit so well. They've done it so that you don't fit NATOs and shit to them.
I was looking at
the last watch I used to play around with was a 14060 no date subs with the holes. They had the holes case.
Yeah,
that was the last one that I thought you could really fuck around with it. You know.
Yeah.
Just. But anyhow, I got to tell you what. I'm gonna wait until 20 past. It's an hour 50. I get
Come
an
on,
hour.
Archie. You get 12 minutes. You can do
Sunday night
minutes,
for me.
Archie.
It's Sunday night for me. It's Sunday night for. It's just not.
It's
If
Sunday
I'm not
night for
enjoying
me.
it, if I'm not enjoying it, it's just shit. Okay, because it's
12 minutes. 12 minutes. Wait till Dodger to come back.
Yeah, I'm back now. I'm back. Well, you can't chain the pontiff to the fence.
Yeah,
Come on.
if it's not working, you know, I do an hour and a half.
Super chats, you know.
I like to sneak off.
At least Dodger can keep it going if he wants to.
I like to sneak off. You know what I mean? That's my shtick. You know,
he does sneak off his shows.
I've seen that at lunch. It's time to go, and you know, you're ready to go.
No,
yeah,
I'm not doing coke. I'm not doing coke. You know what I mean? It's hard. You know. But I love you guys. You guys are good. You guys are good. You're lovely guys. You nearly killed me on New Year's Eve. Stay a bit longer. Stay a bit.
That was a good night, wasn't it? That was.
It was amazing. I loved that night. That was a great night. We had a lot of fun. We
did.
And
we did. All right, Arch.
You know, see you later, guys. I love you. I love you.
Okay, Archie.
Take it easy, Archie. You sleep well, buddy.
He sounds a bit roughy. His voice is gone.
Yeah. Hey, it's doing 2 streams a day. It's going to be difficult. I do get it. You know, and he's got other shit happening. It's not like people seem to think that he gets up and Excuse me in a second. He gets
Thanks,
up
Zoso.
and he prepares, and then he does a show, and then he goes to sleep for fucking 8 hours, and then he does another show. I mean, he's got other stuff to do, you know. Let's be
7 days a week as well. I mean, you can't.
And 7 days, exactly, 7 days a week. Which one of you people in the chat are working 7 days a week? Not many of them. I would question.
Yeah, 7 days a week is tough.
Let's work out how many breaks he's had. He went once to the forest, didn't he? And then he did the shows when I was still working, I guess, doing the shows. If you think about it, he's only had 1 or 2 actual breaks, you know, when he's gone to the Gold Coast and that little forest trip with the family. That's all I can remember in terms of breaks in the year.
Yeah, and it's even then it's still not a break because he's fucking streaming it and
he's doing a stream where he's walking
and doing shit, you know.
and stuff, and
So you know, most people are. Well, NATO just said he's very busy. We watched him make 2 commercials here tonight whilst the stream. This is not work. I think it's work. I'd hate to fucking.
Oh no, AP, hop on yourself, mate. I'm not having a go at you, but honestly, hop on if you want and try and just stay with an audience on your own.
It's tough for people that
it's fucking awful. You got nothing.
You could start turning. Nobody hops on. Nobody talks to you in the chat. You're just there like a spare. You just don't know what to do with yourself. Your stomach's churning out.
Even being on with other people, it's hard to.
Dodger, as you know, and it's you know, fuck it. No more. Fuck that.
You know what I think is hard when you're talking to somebody face to face. You don't realize how much you consider their body language when you're in your conversation, how you play off that and different things. So when we're just here speaking to each other as avatars, it's different, and it is hard, and to hold people captive is exponentially harder again. So
it is, because then you just run out of topics and the air goes dead, and when the air goes dead, you start feeling really bad because it's dead. It's just
Well, this is Mr. Zozo said, mate, play an old clip, but this is a new thing. This never used to happen. That people would play clips, and that's a filler in my view.
And none of us have clips.
Hey, I certainly haven't. I got fuck all.
No, I'll agree with Seb here. Seb say, give Curdy the credit. He does. Yeah,
of course he does.
He plans a show. He puts clips together. He's highly entertaining and talent. He's talented. Whether anybody says whether they enjoy it or not, he's got a talent for the gab. He's got the gift of the gab.
And just scrolling down a bit, Dodger fella says he works 40 hours a week max. Well, that's a normal week in work, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a week's work. That's where I used to work.
Normal week in work? Normal working week. Beg your pardon.
The thing is, every day, there's not the Sunday off. There's not the Sunday. You can just relax with the family.
He's doing it every day. That's the big thing. Normal people work 40 hours a week. They're working Mondays to Friday, and that's it.
It's like New Year's. It's like doing a show, and I'm not saying everybody's sad, but I chose to go to the city and enjoy myself, have a nice meal, stay in a nice hotel, watch the fireworks. I wasn't going to sit on try and do some bloody show New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was a good show. Enjoyed that one. It was late.
No,
that went very late, if I remember right. I'm thinking of the right night. Late for me, anyway. It was, because I went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, thinking, what the fuck's going on? Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll...
I wasn't getting paid either.
You must have got one free lunch.
Yeah, I've got... Yeah, one free lunch. Yeah, that's all I got. Out of all those months, I got one free lunch.
We've lost Trapper.
We lost Trapper. I think he said he was going for a coffee or something.
I think he said he was
to go for breakfast.
Off.
Jesus, Dodger, this is not looking good.
It's not looking good at all. I think we'll
No.
find a suitable outro.
Yeah.
Well, let's get a big super chat to stay for another half hour. But
Trapper says, sorry, didn't want to interrupt. See you guys. We'll see you, gents. Thanks, Trapper. Good talking
thanks,
to you,
Trapper.
mate.
Thanks.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, Trapper. It's all good. And Sob's in the house.
Got
The
Sob
Rocket
on there.
I spoke to Sob tonight on the phone, and I said, I ain't doing live streams no more. Fuck it.
He knows you only too well, I guess.
Oh, look, I like Sob, and it's not that I don't like doing live streams. I enjoy it, but you know, if it takes over a bit, fuck it. You know, and I've had other
No,
stuff
you
to
mean.
do. You know,
Oh, no.
I've told you. You know what I've told you, so we don't have to.
No, we don't.
Yeah, exactly. Sob said
Exactly.
Sirocco drove 10 hours for one meal. I mean, fuck me there. Is that commitment or is that not commitment? 10 hours.
We've got Alexandros the Great. Hi, Alex. From Perpetual Time.
Yeah, he's a good guy too. Haven't spoken to Alex for a long
Ages and ages. Not seen Alex at work in ages and ages.
NATO, he got his own can of Coke though. No, Archie bought the beers that day. Archie did go back to the greatest lunches. They are on I think they're on the Dungeon channel somewhere. Parts 1, 2, and 3. The greatest lunch ever. That was a good day. I enjoyed that. First time I met Plastic.
Yeah, looked it.
First time I met Sov. And we had a great lunch. We had a few beers. And yeah, didn't last for long because Archie had to go. Because that's what Archie does. He goes early. And then we went off and we tried on some watches. And yeah, it was good. It was a good day. It was a good afternoon. I enjoyed it. And the second time we all got together, yes, we paid for Archie's lunch. Sov paid for Archie's lunch, but Sov didn't even get a meal.
Well, found an outro. What do you think of this as an outro?
I don't know, mate.
You fucking fat cunt!
Somebody said that in. It was a fan. It was an OnlyFans fan sent that in. Send in your clips, boys.
Come on, Dodger. Drop the link. Someone might jump on and join you.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will jump on me. We'll see.
You never know. You need to drop the link.
We might be lucky.
It's not even fair. Drop the link.
You might catch the odd fool. You can fool them once, but you can't fool them twice to hop on.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I always put a link to something else in there. Porno hub on Maxwell. Oh my god, hang on.
Don't put your porn stuff on, Mr.
I almost did, you know. It was German Googles, it was. Hang on, here we go. That's better.
Okay, German Googles. There you go. The link is dropped. Someone jump on and keep Dodger company, for God's sake. Sov's there.
Sov cracked the darkie at the waitress and told them to stick the meal.
Oh, he fucking did too. It was so funny.
Oh, yeah, tell us about that.
That was fucking weird. He got his meal. I don't know what the hell happened, but so we've all ordered our food, and Sov's. I think the problem was Sov decided to order an entree to go, and then so we could all share it, and then he ordered a main. But the problem was the message got lost. So we've got we've only just wanted a main course, and then that's calm. And then after we've almost finished our food, Sov entree came, and then at the same time as that, it came with his main course. And we've all fucking finished. And he's cracked it. And I don't blame him, to be honest. It was the most bizarre thing. You know, someone orders an entree, you bring the entree out before bringing the main for everyone else, surely. But yeah, anyway, they fucked up. So he sent the food back. He said, "Fuck off! I don't want it."
What happens here in Poland
I
is like me and Mrs.
want
Dodge.
food.
Me and Mrs. Dodge go out to eat, and then Mrs. Dodge gets served. Well, I'm still waiting. Jesus Christ! Fuck me dead.
He didn't even get his drink. Absolutely, yeah, he didn't. He didn't even get his fucking drink. That's fucking hilarious.
Well.
I mean, it wasn't funny for him. I'd have been so pissed. But hey, I've got to say, my soft shell crabs were beautiful. Korean soft shell crabs were delicious. I can't. It was an Asian restaurant. But I shouldn't gloat. I've never had soft shell crab before, but it was delicious. I think plastic had the same.
Yeah,
some didn't have anything. Yeah. I don't know, mate. I'm going to have to mute myself because I just have to disappear for a minute. So I'm going to leave it up to you to
I'm going to shut it down. Oh, God knows what I'm going to play. I'm going to shut it down. We haven't got, unless somebody wants to super chat to stay another half hour off.
Voulez-vous is in the house. Awesome. Sirocco and Dodger.
Good day, Voulez.
Voulez-vous. Just give me a minute. If you can keep it going, I'll come back and have a
I'll
chat.
keep it for a minute. Otherwise, I'll shut it down. I mean,
Tanzil's here. So Tanzil's got the keys. He can jump on any time. And, so, yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, Tanzil can turn it off if he wants her on. Or hey, Tan. Well, thanks, but I don't know if it was quite awesome today, but we did have a show and we did have a bit of knitter natter. Sovereign landed gently refused service in the colony. Well, come off. I thought you guys were the colonies, not the Commonwealth. So we used to send all the crims, wasn't it? So them damn Brits, they used to send the criminals to colonies. I sung a little bit, Voulez. I sung a little bit. Life on the Ocean Wave, I think it was. I couldn't remember all the words. I need a cue. I need a cue at the bottom. I used to be really good. I used to be really good at karaoke. When I was working in China, there was a Japanese bar in Ningbo. And we used to go there and drink scotch all night. And so we used to sing the karaoke's. We have to do it in like Chinese style. So there's things like Takamiha, Conjuro, Topaz, Abewa, West Virginia, Mama, Takamiha, Country Road. They used to buy me drinks for singing that one. Says a bloke, says a bloke called Dodger who buggered off to Poland. Absolutely, mate. I escaped.
I gotta say, Dodger, singing is not your fucking best.
Well, what else am I going to do to entertain the troops? I mean, I've got no other talents apart from that singing. What do you want me to do? No, Scratchy, I haven't had a chance to watch that thing with the Dave Pontroy thing. I just not enough time in the day catching up with the tubes. There's just too much on the go, too many channels now. It's impossible.
I was hoping that Tanzil would jump on, but I guess he just doesn't want to.
Oh, I guess he's a bit busy. He's a bit busy.
Didn't Australia become a republic? Canada is still a Commonwealth? No, Australia is still a Commonwealth. Not a republic yet. They tried it back in the 90s, and people said no.
When did it stop being a penal colony?
Well, probably in about 1980.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, all my Aussie friends know I love them. Yeah, I love the Aussies. I love the sense of humour.
1980 sounds about right. Yeah.
So the next time in the Australian bar, I'll probably get a punch in the face, but never mind.
Australians don't do that. I don't recall in 30-something years that I've been here ever watching some guy getting a punch in the face. I don't think.
It's
weird.
That song Down Under, you get the sound, Down Under, where you get Bitchamite sandwich.
Yeah. No, I guess I've been drinking in the wrong places, but there were some pretty freaking rough joints I've been into, but it's not something every day. Dodger planning to come to Poland?
Yeah,
20 years.
Seb, just in the last 10 years, it's changed beyond belief. You won't believe it when you come back to some of the cities and how things have changed here. It's just incredible the way it's changed, the way it's modernised. Now the cities are like normal European cities, with bars, restaurants, and fun, and girls, and people from all around the world visiting. It's totally and utterly changed from 20. Wow, you're going to get a shock, man.
So, Dodger, a question I don't even know why I was thinking about it before. I was reading something about Brexit. You obviously went to Poland before Brexit.
Yeah. I left. I came to Poland. But look, don't get it wrong. I mean, I've also got. I live in the UK as well. I've got property there. So.
Yeah.
My wealth is in the UK.
You? How's the Brexit affected
Brexit?
you?
Okay. Well, for instance, right, what's happened to bastards? Got these Vento watch boxes. Hang on. Show and tell. Start the camera. I wanted to buy
the camera. Oh,
I wanted to buy one of these for each of my watches, so I can stick them in these hard cases.
Yes.
To keep more safe. Anyway, ordered a load from the UK. We managed to get a 20-odd quid discount on the deal, one way or the other. Anyway, these things turned up on the doorstep last week. And then the bastards wanted another bloody 25 quid in import tax.
Oh, Jesus.
So now you can't just order shit from the UK because you get lumped with import duty at 23%. Bastards.
Yes.
Bastards.
Yeah. And
that's that way.
But in terms of property and stuff, how's that?
No, because I've always been a British and Polish citizen, so I've got a British passport and a Polish passport.
Okay.
So the Polish passport takes care of Europe, so I'm a European citizen. So I can buy property or do anything I want in Europe. And obviously, being a British citizen, I can do the same there. As to the tax position, the majority of my wealth is in the UK. My wealth is wealth is in the UK.
Voulez-vous says those look like black breast implants. I thought they were blue.
Not really.
Are they black? I thought they were blue. Really, or must be my eyes. Oh no, they're black.
They're really
blue.
good.
They are blue.
That's a blue, yeah. Sorry, it's my shitey camera. But they're really good watch cases. They're hard, so you can sit on them and throw them. And they've all got foam inside.
What's the can you put in the chat the brand?
The brand, hang on, Mrs. Dodge. What are the watch case brand? Cased in Time.
Cased in Time. Okay, cool. I'll look that up.
But they're really ace. If you were, let's say, to stash your watches in very strange places,
yes,
then they're perfect, to protect them.
Lux says you can get them in most countries.
Lux says you can get them in most countries. I mean, maybe it's all bought from China. I don't know, but
yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, but
no, they look pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they look good because Tanzil, jump on Tanzil, give Dodger a frigging go. You got the keys. What's up with you? Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Tanzil.
He ran a whole show the other day. I mean, he must be knackered as well. He's been running whole, lengthy shows. So there's me Bumblebee in box.
Okay, that looks good.
So
I think I need to get the Bumblebee, Dodger. What do you reckon? So I've got a 40mm sub date, the 41 bluesy, I think I need a 41 Bumblebee before I even think about the 42 Yacht-Master. What do you reckon?
What I really reckon now, having had my Bumblebee, this is what you want. This one's in a khaki case.
I don't know. I don't need the GMT. I know what you're going to bring out. I know what you're going to
Why
bring out.
not?
Yeah, because it just, the GMT, I like it. But it doesn't do
Pepsi!
anything for me. Yeah.
Try one on at least.
Yeah.
Try it on.
I tried on a, let's see if I got the photo. I don't even know if I saw the photo. A long time ago. Where the fuck is it? Kind of like the Bumblebee. I really did. Can't believe it was 12 months ago. No, I think it's gone.
Do you have a nice one? You know, is the Mudmaster? Oh, stupid thing. Now.
I just feel
that Mudmaster there.
Where is it? No, I haven't got it.
That's
anymore.
good when
No,
you're diving. When you're getting the barnacles off your hull, you can read this.
What is it? What is it?
When you're scraping off your barnacles, it's a Mudmaster, Cashier Mudmaster.
Oh God, I got a freaking G-Shock. I got one. I've never worn it. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Scrape your barnacles with it.
Yeah, that's about all I do with it. I think it's still. It's been out of the little tin box twice. Once when I first bought it, and once a couple of weeks ago when I showed it on the show. It's just no. I can't bring myself to wear it.
JB's giving out words of wisdom here, and I think he might be right. He says, "Don't do it." And he had the Bumblebee once. Once he got the blues, he stopped wearing the Bumblebee. I can understand that because, I mean, the blues is just ping, ping, bang, wallop, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know because I've got the sub-date, the black sub-date, the normal. I've got the bluesy. I like them both, and I just feel that I would probably wear all three and rotate. I don't know. It's a really because I've tried on I tried on the Bumblebee when I was in Mexico. Jesus, because that was probably in February last year. I think I said the story where the AD there phoned me and said, "Come and see it, come and see it." And I tried it on, and I said, "Yes, I'll buy it." And they said, "No, it's not for sale." I'm like, "What the fuck did you bring me in?" You know, but it was a beautiful watch, and I'd already got the bluesy. I hadn't picked it up then. I'd never seen it. I'd owned it for 10 months. Long friggin' story, people might remember or not. Yeah, it's I don't know what the fuck has he got on his head now. Trapper, I see that. I'm not a fan of the Bumblebee Bluesy. Looks best to me, yeah. And owning the Bluesy Trapper, I love it. Having tried on the Bumblebee, I love it. It's quandary. Don't know what to do. I think what to do is probably just not buy another fucking watch. That'd probably be the answer, not to buy one at all and just save my money, keep it in the bank.
What about a day date? Gold day doing 40 mil.
Doesn't suit me. It doesn't suit my lifestyle, I think.
I mean, you can pull the chicks down the old Yacht Club. So look at me.
Anyway, I get it whether I'm wearing a watch or not. Oops, I shouldn't really be saying things like that. But
yeah, I think it would really go well with your wife beater shirt.
Well, I go out and I'm always wearing the wife beater, and it doesn't matter if I'm wearing a sub-date, a bluesy, either of the yachties. You know, it's kind of a weird thing. Watches don't care. People don't. They don't give a shit. The girls don't care. you know, you just go in and you smile correctly, and I haven't even got teeth, and I'm smiling okay. Just don't open my mouth. Day, yeah, it's not really me. I still think about that Cartier Santos. Kind of like that. £6,000 roughly. I thought it's not bad value. Pull it up, Dodger. Pull it up. Pull it up. Cartier
Pull
Santos.
what up?
Cartier
No,
Santos.
that's hard work. Nah, I can't be asked. That's working.
You're sounding more and more like Archie every day.
Nah, why it's Sunday? And to do that, it means I have to press buttons. It means I have to get the laptop, put it on my lap, press buttons. Nah, bollocks.
Okay.
I'm going for a super chat, man.
Scratchy says, being the 70th year anniversary of the sub, what has Rolex got in mind?
Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How's my audio? I wasn't sure if my AirPods were working very well.
Yeah, they seem to be working. Okay. You sound different to what I expected.
Not perfect, but it's showable. It's good for the show.
All right.
You must have just left the gym. You must have just left the gym. Maybe you're a bit breathless.
Yeah, I did leave the gym, guys. I got my new personal training program going. I'd love to show it to you guys if you guys are interested.
That's cool.
All right.
Okay.
Just give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes.
Put a lot on over Christmas. I'm a fat pig.
So what do you reckon? Just while he's doing whatever he's doing, what do you reckon? What are they going to do? They're going to do something with the Submariner. They fucking have to.
Lord, I wouldn't mess with that formula. I mean, that's going back in the day. That is actually the most unmessed watch. Is the GMT? Is the Pepsi actually? Going back to the days of Pan Am, but
okay.
Oh, here we go.
I'd love to hear your guys. I'd love to hear your guys' commentary on the NARC's official personal training program. So, Sir Aqua Dodger, if you guys could give, a bit of commentary.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, that would be the guy underneath. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Oh.
Now I've been teaching everybody perfect form on their, when I give personal training. So hopefully you guys can give me some feedback on how I'm doing.
Yeah, it's just hurts a bit.
That's good. That's good training. That
would definitely be the one. I think,
third leg forward. Chuck your knob in. Get your knob in there. Come on, boy. Get that knob in. Get powered up. Beefcake. Give me some beefcake. See, that's Dodger's idea of exercise. Oh,
this was live.
Probably that's kind of. I can see where the program. I can see the program coming into its own now. Yeah,
we got Mr. GMT here joining our program.
Grinding him pom pom la di da. Them grinding him pom pom la di da di. Oh, that's another good training tool. That is, get your knob hard. Give it a good bashing. Make it grow. That's cool. That's it. Skippy, the bush kangaroo. Up, Skippy. I don't think there's any weight in those dumbbells, but never mind. That's my position. That's it. Flip him over. Oh, oh, that's novel. Skippy, it's another Skippy. Oh, you don't want to bend your back like that. Oh, no. Central. We ain't done it. That's Lexter. That has to be Lexter. Oh, shit, that is Lexter. Jesus didn't say anything. Oh, Hong Kong Phooey, having another bad day. Hong Kong Phooey. Oh dear. Sing Young Verster. Oh, hang on. Ooh, oh.
He just wrote it.
Chippy, Mr. GMT. Paid $29,000 Aussie dollar dues. Chippy, the dial and the brakes that is fucked too. Ooh, yeah, man, look at me now. The power and the glory is here. Ooh, ooh. Oh dear, looks a bit shaky. Matchstick legs then. Listen, hey, look, he's got clown's feet. Look, he's got the clown feet shoes on. The clown feet shoes. There we go. Now that's man, that wicked, you know. Wicked rat machine. Pumping and pumping. Pump, the pump, 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 pump. Yeah, man. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. I think he just pooed himself. Oh, God. It's Elastic Man. I don't know. It's Elastic Man. This isn't going to end well.
I think you just found it. Look at the mustache. That's enough. That's enough. Please.
That was not. Him pumping the air and him pumping. Pump it up, man.
Well, Sirocco, we have an exclusive first release of the NARC on the treadmill coming up in a few seconds here on the video. So stay tuned.
Okay. You're in charge. I got no keys. I can't do anything. So.
No worries.
You never could do much anyway. Don't worry about it.
Thank you very much.
That's okay. Right. What? Oh, Tippy. Oh, that's happened to me, you know. I've done that. Dodger's done that. Oops. Hong Kong for me, giving it another.
There we go. Here's the NARC coming up. NARC's going to be coming up right here. There is an exclusive video of the NARC on the treadmill for all of you guys.
Woo! Oh dear.
Now he's going to show you perfect form on the treadmill right here. This is the NARC showing you perfect form on the treadmill.
Shaking the ass. Shaking the ass. Beef cake. Beef. Bacon and eggs. I'm after my own art. It's the only way to go. Have your bacon and eggs. Oh, and your fag too. 20 a day helps you work, rest, and play.
So you got the original OC saying, good evening, Dodger and Sirocco. Oh,
evening, OC. Hello. You got any training bits?
Hello. Tanzil's here, by the way. Don't forget, please don't forget Tanzil.
Yeah, don't forget.
Hello.
Yeah, OC Tan's the lead, you know, mate. You want to be communicating there, you know.
Maybe drop the link, Tanzil or Dodger. Drop the link, and maybe OC can jump on. You know, he might enjoy a bit of chin wagging with us. Who knows?
Chin chiroo. We're gonna have a natter with OC and a few.
Maybe now he might enjoy it. Who knows? The question was, what is, considering it's the 70th anniversary for the Submariner, what are they going to do? And a thought occurred to me is maybe they'll do a two-tone rose gold. What do you reckon?
What about
rose gold?
Man, let's go big style on it. Like, go for the rich kids. Tiffany blue dial on a sub for the
On a
win.
sub?
On a sub, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Man,
I don't know. That's where I was coming from. What do you reckon? The simple thing would be a rose gold two-tone.
Tiffany dial, blue Tiffany blue subby.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon,
I
Sam?
think, I think. Look, I think a lot of folks were talking about either the rose gold. I've heard that rumor. I've heard rumors of folks thinking the Hulk will come back potentially in the no date because they already have the Cermet.
Why not a totally different color to blue or freaking green and black? I never understood the Kermit and the Hulk, and I don't get the green. I never understood the green. It's
I mean,
me.
Tudor had the burgundy bezel on the black base, so that's a possibility. I mean, it's a 70th, right? So is it going to be a big bang type of release, or is it just going to be something that's going to be subtle and potentially like a two-tone?
Rose gold red sub, says Dan. I can't highlight it. That's.
I got you. And I think it's not only the sub. I think it's the Daytona as well as an anniversary. I think it's the 60th.
The sub is the 70th anniversary. But let's be fair. Rolex, when your normal person out in the street, and I don't consider myself a collector as such because I know fuck all. So your normal person, when you talk about Rolex, is your Submariner.
I was just saying that it is the 70th of the Submariner, but it's the 60th of the Daytona, which was released in 1963.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're also talking about something with the Daytona as well. I mean, when was the Daytona ceramic released? Maybe like 2016. So that's about
I have no idea.
7 years ago. So who knows, right? Who knows if they're going to update, the Daytona ceramic, if they're going to do something for that, if they're going to do something completely new for the Daytona. But yeah, for the subby, I don't know, 70th. It's not the 50th, right? So are they going to do anything?
70 is a pretty big year.
It's the Platinum Jubilee is the 70th. So if you think about that, platinum, right? That could also be an indication as well. Platinum.
Yeah.
Because that's what Blancpain did. Blancpain did the 70th anniversary of their 50 Fathoms, and they put a platinum rotor in the watch. I don't know if you guys saw that release, the Series 1 of the 70th of the Blancpain.
I'm just reading the chat, and Scratchy's coming up with, and I don't, he's going green dial black bezel and then a green dial gold bezel. I just don't get the fascination with green. I've always found that. OC says I would happily jump on, but other will just jump on and be a man. OC.
Well, it's up to Tanzir if he wants to be cozied up too. He wants to be cozied up too.
So here's the thing,
just
OC.
jump on. Anyway.
I've been streaming here for a long time, guys. I wouldn't worry about that, OC. I've been streaming here for like 5 years. I'm pretty sure Tim would tell you I'm pretty much only in the Archieverse. I do, obviously hop on other channels and chat, but I don't think anybody would be worried about that.
That's the
Tam,
problem.
If this was Marcelo time, OC would be on now, but and we would have our normal chat like we did last time, but it's not, and it's up to OC. I can't see him doing it. I can't see him jumping on. Fair play to him if he hasn't got the guts to do it.
Which are right.
Hey, Jay Wright. Hello, Jay Wright. Long time no see.
So, Sirocco, this was the 70th anniversary model for the 50 Fathoms. They're doing it in 3 series, one for each geographic region, North America, EMEA, and APAC, where they're going to release 70 pieces in each region. This is the first piece. I don't know which region, if this is specifically for North America, but they kicked off the 70th. They brought down the size from 45 down to 42 millimeter, which I think a lot of people are pretty happy with. This still has the date here between the 4 and 5 o'clock. They're showing a vintage. This is a vintage original no date Blancpain 50 Fathoms. And for the 70th, I'll show you they went with this platinum rotor to really mark the Jubilee 70th anniversary. So yeah, this is kind of what
can you drop the link again, just because it's not it's not been pinned. Just,
yeah, absolutely. I'll drop it again here.
I can't do this shit anymore.
Well, that's the original before the old subby.
No, this is the 70th Dodger. I'll show you the original.
Oh no, I'm just saying the history of that watch. It precedes the Submariner.
Yeah.
The Blank Pound came out before the Sub. The 50 Fathoms, didn't it?
Yeah. So look, people are obviously marking. I can see obviously Rolex is not just going to ignore it. They're going to mark it. It's just whether is 70 really that important to them? Is it going to be a completely new model, or is it going to be just potentially?
Just going to interrupt you again, Tan. Original OC, not concerned with any of the great people on the panel. It's how NARC and the negative trolls will twist it, create
Knox says he's not
and spin it to Paul. I'm not trying to attack people, or I am trying to attack people. OC, jump on.
Jump on, Knox. Knox says he's not coming on the panel anymore. So
jump on. Don't just fucking jump on. Just don't
it's
be
okay,
a
OC. It's going to be looking like you're talking to the NARC anyways. This was his gym selfie from today, so
yeah, exactly. Well, nobody's watching now. Nobody watches this when Dodgers on.
No one's watching. It's fucking, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night here. I'm going to bed soon. I'm not doing a late one. I remember the last time I took Boris, he didn't like it.
You know, they've coined an excellent term in the Archieverse for the Grand Seiko, Sirocco. I don't know if you heard about it. Instead of Zaratu polishing, Curly mispronounced it as Sirocco polishing. So we're starting to call it Sirocco polishing.
I heard some. Oh no, I did. Where the fuck did I hear Sirocco finishing?
Yeah, there's this whole segment on the dungeon where Curly kind of does like watch talk, and he just spews out like terms he's heard, I guess, on the watch channels. Someone asked him to describe his Grand Seiko. He says, "Oh, I love the Sirocco polishing on the Grand Seiko." And I was like,
what the fuck is that? It's amazing living rent free in people's heads. If I ever lose my boat, and God forbid it happens, I know I've got so many places I can just turn up, and I've got somewhere to live. Fantastic.
Hey, if you lose your boat, it's because I nicked it.
Gone quiet. What's happened? It's gone quiet.
Oh, someone died. My end.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. I was going to say, Saad sent me a pretty interesting watch a few days ago. It's one of only two-tone watches out in the world of the day-date. Special order commission. I'll share the piece here. So this piece is, apparently it took a number of years to sell. It's a genuine day-date, two-tone on a Jubilee bracelet. Obviously a little gaudy for a lot of people, but a very, very rare bird out there. So Saad and I like to talk about all these like rare Rolexes that are like one-offs or piece uniques or just super, you just wouldn't see them in the wild. So this is one of them, a two-tone Rolex.
It looks like a Mrs. Dodger watch.
It's pretty blingy. It's definitely a fucking wrapper, isn't it? It's actually a mild wrapper. It's a bit blingy for me. I did see one when I was in Brisbane a couple of years ago. I had to take my Yacht-Master 40 in for a warranty, and I picked it up, and then the sales girl said, "What do you think of this?" And this thing was just total fucking diamonds, and I went, "Why are you even showing this to me?" It's just the most fucking ugly thing I've ever seen, but I've got to go cool and and how nice it fucking looked. It's just shocking. That's yeah, I don't know.
It's one for the ladies, I think. Definitely one for the ladies.
Yeah, it's strange. It's a day date on a Jubilee. It's obviously.
What's the dial? What size is that? 40?
No, this is a 36. This is from like a.
It's 36. Okay, yeah, that's the next question. So, yeah. No idea.
Another pretty rare.
Just going to say thank you, Raptor. I love having a bit of support. Thank you so much. Carry on. Sorry.
Another pretty rare dial here, Dodger and Sirocco, is this Masani dial, which is a pure gold dial on a day date. Another sod favorite. Let's see if I can pull up a better picture. No? Here's an all
I've
gold.
got to say, sorry.
No,
I've got to say, when it comes to the day date, I'll never say never. You know, I'll never say I'll never have one, because it was in '88. It was my absolute dream. I couldn't do it, so I got the date just. But my dream was that day date. But in fact, it was the Tridor day date.
Yeah, I'll show you a Tridor in a second.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
This day date, like, it's a pure gold dial. If you think, I wonder what would happen if you try to send this into service with Rolex. You know, if there's some kind of a problem with the dial, I don't think they'd be able to fix it. You know, but it's got a little pattern here, a little wavy pattern, which they call the Masani pattern, which I guess is symbolic of a design house, a fashion house. I'm not sure of the past, but definitely pretty unique. Not something you'd see in the wild or on Chrono 24, I would say. So, Rocco, what do you think? Would you wear this in the 80s, punting around wherever you were in the world? I don't think you were
in the 80s. I would have worn it in the 90s, probably not the 80s. Probably wouldn't have made any difference either way. I don't know. It's not me. I kind of like it. It's just too much gold, pattern or design or whatever.
It's OMMANEY.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too much for me. I don't mind a bit of bling. Yeah.
We're going to show a picture of General Saad with a Tridor.
That is Saad wearing it. There you go.
That is Saad with a Tridor.
Look at the solid gold freaking gold frame freaking glasses he's wearing too.
Yeah, so our friend JJ did a stream on two-tone watches, and I said, you know, we'll cheat a bit. It's not really a two-tone piece, but this is a Tridor. This is an 18239 Tridor, and you can probably see here. Going to bring a close-up on the three tones of the Tridor for everybody. So, Dodger, you're a fan of this piece, you said?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, well, yeah, I was. It really was a grail back in '88.
So, Sirocco, is this an 80s watch, or is this something you'd wear in the 90s? Or would you wear this even today?
Oh, it's not me. To be honest, it would never have been me then or now. I don't know why. It's just, yeah.
So your name came up yesterday, Sirocco. I asked the question.
My name tagged.
No, not in a bad way. In a good way. In a good way. In a good way. So I asked Archie, what's the point of the Yacht-Master 1? Yeah, look, the Yacht-Master 2 is obviously, it has a complication, which, Sirocco, I don't know if you're into yachting anymore, if you still do yachting.
Yeah, look, I get the yachting, and I get the reverse timing and blah, blah, blah. And I've been on record a lot of times about this particular watch, the Yacht-Master 2, and I fucking hate it. I think it's the most
for somebody
ugly
who does
fucking
yachting
thing.
But let me ask you, for someone who does yachting, is the functionality even that good? Because it's a countdown, right? It's a countdown for I don't know if it's the start of the yacht race or.
But the point is, they would never use a watch like this to count down an important yacht race or any yacht race, because it's so much easier just to use a stopwatch. You know what I mean? Or a fucking iPhone or something like that. There's no way on God's earth. The only people that would wear this watch is some fucking clown douchebag, total fucking douchebag, in a club. It's just yeah. So Ron says that's a Sirocco watch for a 10-minute countdown for another beer, yeah, and that's about it. You know. Now your rhodium dial, I've got the blue dial version of that.
Yeah. So the question was that I asked yesterday, and why your name came up was, like, who's the target market for the Yacht-Master one? They've kept this line going for a long time, and I don't really understand it. Like, mean, I don't really know why someone would buy this watch. Like when you got the Submariner and
It's
pieces.
beautiful. Well, I've got two subs. I've got the sub date, and I've got the bluesy, and I've got two Yacht-Master 40s. I've got the blue dial version. I like the rhodium dial, that one that you're showing, but I prefer the blue dial for me. That's just a color preference. And I also had the two-tone yellow gold with white dial and black indices, and it's just a beautiful. They're just beautiful watches. It's not. I don't think it's anything to do with. It's just a matter of what you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I guess the way that Rolex has thought of marketing this, or their target market, was an upscale buyer of steel sports. Somebody who doesn't want the run-of-the-mill sub, wants something a bit more premium, and they'll go for this. Now,
yeah, it could be.
Whether that's a huge market or not, I don't know. I don't think it's a wildly successful piece. I have a colleague of mine that actually purchased this because of the same reason you said. They loved the aesthetic of it. They loved it more than a plain sub. But yeah, like it's an interesting one because Rolex seems to just want to keep it going, and I just never really understood, whether this was good or not. So we've got.
But yet, as you say, they keep it going.
Can you just turn on your camera so I know it's you? OC, can you just turn on your camera so I know it's you? I'm not gonna add it to the stream. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, we got the original OC to tell us what he thinks about the Yacht-Master. Good morning.
Let's see. How are you?
Yeah. Good morning. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well.
Good afternoon.
I think it's about time they pull the plug on the Yacht-Master 1. To be honest.
Like, OC, what do you think this target market is?
Are you serious? The Yacht-Master 1, you think, and as opposed to you think, so what you're saying is piss off the one and keep the two.
The nice one and get the horrible one. Ooh.
Well, they have the 2, but they also have the Yacht-Master 40 and 42, which is the new model on Oysterflex, precious metal.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess we're sorry. Get the super chat.
You can read it here, Sirocco.
No, Trooper, $5. Good to have Sirocco back on the dungeon. It's not the dungeon, or I'm not back on the dungeon. Fuck off. Leave me be. But thank you for letting me back on the live stream, evening version or morning version, wherever you are in the world. So the Yacht-Master 1, I call the Yacht-Master 1 the 40. So let's get some clarification. The Yacht-Master 40 versus the Yacht-Master 2, which is a 40, whatever the fuck that is, and then you have the Yacht-Master 42. Yeah.
Yeah, but the precious metal on Oysterflex, doesn't that come on both 40 and 42?
Yeah, the new ones are 42.
Yeah. So there are three models. There's the old Yacht-Master, there's the new precious metal Yacht-Master on Oysterflex, and then there's the big giant Yacht-Master 2. And so there's three models. There's a lot in that lineup, and I don't know if it all can be sustained long term. At some point, they're going to pull the plug on the original one.
I think they'll piss the Yacht-Master 2 off. The Yacht-Master 42 is a new watch. I would happily pay for the Yacht-Master 42 yellow gold on Oysterflex. I'd buy it tomorrow if I could get one.
And by the way, I don't mean to put any preconditions on our conversation here, but I really do not want to create any drama. I don't want to have a confrontation with anyone. So if we're gonna have some friendly banter and some watch talk, I'm all for it. But if other people are going to jump on and try and stir stuff up, then I'm going to wish you guys a good night.
Okay. I'll just say one thing. I have no admin rights, so I can't do anything.
I mean, I saw that all of a sudden.
As well.
I was actually trying to say some. I was actually trying to say some things to you guys in the chat, and Narc has a wrench and was timing me out already. So.
It wasn't him actually; it was someone else. I did see that.
Well, that's a shame. I mean, one of the great things about this channel is the great back and forth in the chat, and as soon as you start implementing censorship and deleting comments, it just ends up destroying the channel. So that's why
anyway, moving right along. Let's
Yeah, moving back to the watches. Back to the watches.
Back to watch talk. We're talking watches.
Watch talk.
Yeah, like I'm gonna close the panel, so I won't add anybody else on.
That
So
sounds fair.
we'll just talk watches. I think everybody here is just here to have a bit of fun, talk watches. No one's gonna get into any of the drama, but the question is back on the Yacht-Master. Like, I was kind of defining what that target market was. Probably more of an upscale buyer, somebody who wants something a little bit off the beaten path from a regular sub. I agree with you. I think
my view is the 40 is a relevant watch, and I've got two of them. The Yacht-Master 2 is, and always has been, totally fucking ugly and irrelevant. And I know a few people have got them, and I know one of the major people in this channel has got one. Probably hates the fact that I hate it. Well, actually, no, you probably doesn't give a shit the fact that I hate it. It's just pull it up again. Look, just
the original.
Can you put on the Yacht-Master 2 and side by side with the 42? They're two different watches, totally. You know, but I've seen them. I've tried one on. It's just ugly, in my view. I mean, the Daytona I think is irrelevant as well, but I'm really not into chronographs. But and ultimately the Yacht-Master 2 is a yachty chronograph with this, as people have said, you know, it's a very complication. But it's just ugly, and it bears no relevance. You go in a yacht club, look at that beautiful thing, and it's only white gold. And I prefer the yellow gold personally. And I've tried one on; it's gorgeous.
Yeah, the Yacht-Master on Oyster Flex is really a luxury Submariner. That's what it is. Yeah, whereas
I think that was
stunning.
I think that was the intent of the original Yacht-Master, was to be a luxury Submariner. And maybe this is a more popular luxury Submariner, something that the the buying public would probably, the consumer would go and actually purchase versus, I think the Yacht-Master, the Platinum that Draco was talking
I
about.
think you dropped out. Maybe it's me.
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yeah, you're there. Yeah.
Maybe it's OC.
Yeah, must be, because I can still hear you.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is, I mean, the thing is, it's overpriced though, because this is priced the same as an Oyster Flex Daytona.
Oh, it's crazy money. 40 just gone up a little bit. It didn't go up that much actually, but it's like 40,500 Australian for the yellow gold, and it's crazy money really for, considering it's on an Oyster Flex. Okay, yes, the clasp is yellow gold as well, but fuck, it's just ridiculous money really. That's the only thing that puts me off buying it.
Yeah, I was offered, I believe, the white gold version, and it came out to 31,000 US plus tax.
Yeah.
And at the time, even during the middle of the hype, these were barely selling for retail. So it just didn't make economic sense. Nowadays, these are easily under retail in the United States, along with a lot of the other precious metal models, like the white gold Submariner, and some of the other ones. Yeah.
Look at that yellow gold. I mean, I tried that yellow gold on after I had lunch with Archie back in October. Plastic and Sov was there as well. And Plastic tried it and I tried it, and it fitted me perfectly. And I just said to the guy, I said, "Oh, well, I'll have it now." And he said, "Well, you can't." Well, fuck.
All right, Sirocco, guys. We're not talking about prices here. Aesthetics. Would you prefer this one or the Yachty?
Oh, the Yachty every day.
The Yachty every day. Okay, what do you think? The Yachty, or would you go with the Aquanaut? No pricing, no nothing. Let's say there's any difference here.
I tried on a what the fuck was it? A Nautilus. Around the same time, funnily enough, in a pawn shop. I just happened to be there. My girlfriend was with me. She just flown in, and we were out having a walk, and we're looking in the window, and she sees some jewelry she liked, and I went in, and I'm wearing my bluesy, and this guy noticed, and then he's come out and said, "You like watches, don't you?" And I said, "Well, how do you know?" He said, "Well, I see the watch you got, your you've got on your wrist. And I was looking at a pocket watch, and he said, "So you like watches and shit?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "What do you reckon I do?" Threw this fucking thing at me, and it was a Nautilus. And
so what do you think of the Nautilus?
It on. Well, it was too small. That was my first impression. It was just, I think it was like 38 mil, 36. I don't know. It's kind of, weird. But I tried it on, and I went, you know what? Nah. I gave it back. 185,000 Australian. He was after it. Thanks for it.
Yeah, look, the prices have gone insane. I bought my Nautilus when it was around 26.5 US, so it wasn't as crazy. It was still over retail. I think retail was like 24 at the time. You know, and it was always something that sold over retail. But you know, when I had the 15300 Royal Oak at the same time, and for me, I don't know what it was. I liked at the time the bracelet was better on the Royal Oak. I thought the case was much nicer. You know, the Nautilus was more special. Everybody when they saw blue Nautilus, they're like, everyone lost their mind. But you know, to me, I always liked the Royal Oak slightly better. But you know, on a rubber, you guys are still on the Rolex train here. You guys still feel that this one over here trumps the Aquanaut?
It's just look at it. And having tried it, I mean, the Nautilus was on a bracelet, admittedly, but that just when I put that watch on, it just fitted perfectly. It looked fucking great. And that black and yellow gold. I'm not a fan of white gold. I never have been. Even when I owned a jewelry store, I was selling white gold, and I just never really enjoyed it.
I'm Team Patek on this one.
Because they'll see the MSRP on the Aquanaut shouldn't be too far off.
Wait, I thought you said we weren't talking about prices.
I know, but just even if we were, it's not too far off if you were able to get both at MSRP.
At MSRP, the Aquanaut is an absolute no-brainer. There's no doubt about it. But even taking that out of the equation, from an aesthetics standpoint, and including just the iconic status that the way the Aquanaut kind of incorporates design elements and cues from the Nautilus, it takes it to a different level. This is the Yacht-Master is just another black dial sub on the dial. There's nothing special about the dial. There's nothing special about the case. The only thing that's really different is that plasticky, black-looking ceramic bezel. Not to attack it, but look at the Aquanaut has all those case cues from the Nautilus, which makes it more elegant, makes it more 70s. And I think it just that, along with just the status of the Patek Philippe brand, makes it an absolute no-brainer. I don't love the date.
I've got to say, I do prefer the Aquanaut, to be honest, to the Yacht-Master. You know, it takes off. The Yacht-Master's too subby. I mean, the Aquanaut's a little bit different. It's also dressy as well. Yeah, I can see. You know, for me, that would be a better fit.
Yeah, I'm all about little battles.
I don't see this as a diver. I just see this as a luxury watch with a rubber bracelet.
It's not a diver, and none of them are divers. None of them are. You know, when you're looking at any watch, even a fucking bluesy, Submariner bluesy, is not a fucking diver. Let's be fair. It's not a tool watch. You know, they're an expensive watch that look like a tool watch. They're a luxury watch. They're not a tool watch. Even a fucking sub-date, the standard sub-date, is not a diver, really. It was once, but, you know, moving on.
Yeah, I'm going to pivot the conversation. So that was one question was, you know, what's the point of the Yacht-Master? Is it still going to be around? The second one was the Milgauss, right? Is the Milgauss still relevant given Omega's Metas certified movements? It really kind of makes the whole purpose of the Milgauss a little obsolete. So I think I asked the question, you know, if you worked for Rolex, how would you update, and not just the movement, but the aesthetics of the Milgauss to really be something that everybody would want? And a lot of us we went back and looked in the archives, and we went back to the original 6541 Milgauss. This is the first Milgauss, and we were talking about if Rolex used some design cues from the original, maybe with the ceramic bezel in the modern time. this could probably be an instant hit. So I'd love to hear kind of what you guys think about if they did that, or would you think they should just go in a completely different direction?
Guys, I've got to hop off. All right, so I'll catch you on the next one.
Right. See you, Dodger.
Well, anything Rolex does, especially
Take it
something
easy,
like
Dodge.
this, would be an instant hit. But I don't think they're going to go backward like this. I think they're going to move forward like they always do in a very slow evolutionary fashion, which means basically just plopping the Milgauss into the new Air King case and maybe having the green crystal. And apart from that, probably not much else. If we know Rolex like we tend to know how they operate, that'll be just about it, and it'll leave a lot of people disappointed, but it'll leave the purists happy that they didn't cave to the audience clamoring for them to be something that they're not.
Now, do you think that that's the right thing for them to do?
The Milgauss is really just the same thing as the Air King, but with a different dial and polished case and polished center links. It's really not all. It never was all that different visually from some of the others. It was the anti-magnetic properties, which have been made irrelevant for the most part, based on improvements in the movements of all the other watches. So it doesn't, as a tool watch, it really doesn't have a place or a purpose. So if it continues on, it's for aesthetics only.
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm going to pull up a vintage Air King here, just to kind of show and contrast. Date, very simple case. You know, I guess the Air King was just, we talk about an entry level piece. I think that the Milgauss, you know, they built it for a specific purpose. It was quirky for a specific purpose. It always was meant to be a quirky watch. So I do believe that they're going to stick to some form of quirkiness in that piece. I think that it's a piece that probably will never be prominent. It'll never be the most popular or even close to the most popular watch for them. So I don't think that they're going to go drastic. And I agree with you. I don't think that they're going to do anything off the beaten path. I think some folks may want, the change of aesthetic, or, something that may be a little bit different than what they have, because people just don't like the way it looks. But yeah, I mean, the Air King, they went drastic in terms of its current model compared to traditionally the Air King was, pretty simple piece. If you see here, this is, we can see a couple of just,
it was really no different than a Datejust or an Oyster
Perpetual. Datejust, and you had a lot of I would say that there was a lot of cannibalism in the Rolex lineup. When you thought of in the vintage one, at least we got the Air King, you got the Rolex Date. There's not the Datejust, it's the 34 millimeter Date, and you had the Datejust. You have all these very simple pieces, and it just, I think that they felt, there's some cannibalism here, and they had to maybe make it a little different so that, people could see it as a different line.
Yeah, Tanziel, do you have a current generation Air King?
I don't. I don't have, and look, for me, it was just, I just wasn't interested in the dial. It just didn't please, wasn't pleasing to my eyes.
Yeah,
So
I've never been a fan of the dial. I just don't like the yellow coronet. I don't like the green on the dial. Obviously, the numerals are very polarizing, and I'm just not a fan of the combination of the 369 with the 05, 15, 20 implementation of the seconds. It is visually a mess. The new one is this one is a little bit better than the previous one, but it's still ugly. Remember this? It's still the watch that sat in cases for years and years and years, and only as a result of the 2020, 2021 hype became something that was hard to get. I think this will go back down to retail pretty soon if they're made in quantities that are consistent with what they did in the past.
When I first got into watch collecting, I remember walking into the Rolex AD, and I was looking at Rolexes, and I was kind of like, what's the most affordable piece that I could probably buy? And then the Air King was sitting there in the case, and it was the 34 mil at the time. And I remember the sales associate saying to me, "Look, man, it's a 34. I know you're kind of, going on price, but don't buy this watch. You know, it's not really a modern men's size, and this is, you know, maybe late 2008, 2009.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad value, but
yeah, but I think then they updated. They killed it off, and then they updated. They bring it back. They bring it back in a modern size. They have to make it drastically different because they can't just make it look like an Explorer, you know, or any piece that's going to be very similar to that range, because we don't want to have it cannibalize that actual lineup. So they come up with this, which I think is a complete fail, because I just don't really understand. Now, some people absolutely love it. They just, you know, for them, this is very appealing. For me, just visually, is just not for me at all.
yeah, it's just nothing. It's nothing different. It's just a different dial, right? This is an Oyster Perpetual with a different dial.
Yeah, and even the OP line was dying, right? Until they until they came out with all those bright colors. That lineup was dying. Like Rolex has a lot of lineups that we don't talk about that are just either dying or just not very popular. But Rolex sticks to keeping them in the range for whatever reason.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Because you just made a comment. They're not very popular. They're obviously selling them. So who are they not popular with?
So the Rolex sales model, Sirocco, is different, I guess, you know, in the sense that their customer is the AD, right? The AD has to buy it, no matter what.
I get it.
So
yeah, I get that.
So look, Rolex will choose what lineup they want to have, and they basically tell the AD, well, you have to purchase this. You know, so when it hits the secondary market, or it hits the retail market, these pieces may not necessarily be, and let's talk about before all the hype and you had to buy these to get other things. And even right now, they may not be that easy to get, but, you know, people just weren't gravitating to them, you know, as they do to other models. Similar in the Patek range, right? People don't necessarily gravitate to the Calatravas, they gravitate to the Nautilus and the Aquanaut, right? It's those pieces, but Patek still continues to make those pieces. And Patek has a different reason to make the Calatrava, which I can get into, but you know, Rolex continues to make the Yacht-Master, which they've updated. They continue to make the Air King, which they brought back. They continue to make the Cellini line, right? Very strange, you know, that they would continue, even though it's potentially only one watch now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought they'd stop the Cellini.
So let me flip it on you, Sirocco. Why do you think that they make these?
Because people are buying them. Because people like them. And what I'm getting at is, yes, you're talking as a collector standpoint, but as just a purely retail customer who wants one watch, maybe two, they're not collectors, and they see these things and they go, yeah, I like it, I want to buy it, and they're obviously selling them, otherwise you wouldn't continue making them. And that's, you know.
Yeah.
By the way, real quick. Yeah, real quick. I misspoke earlier, and I meant to say that this was the Explorer, basically, with a different dial, not a Oyster Perpetual. So,
well, look, you're not wrong even on the Oyster Perpetual, right? Like if you go to the Rolex Oyster Perpetual.
Well, the Oyster Perpetual is a classic case, you know, without the crown guards and without the flip lock. So it's really more like just an Explorer with a different dial.
Yeah, they had the Oyster Perpetual in a similar, you know, like you could see similarities here in the Oyster Perpetual to both the Explorer and to the Air King. This is kind of what I was talking about, the cannibalizing, right? Like they did kind of use similar dial constructions in all three watches, and I think now they kind of had to separate. They've done a good job of separating the lineup now, I'd say, but before it was kind of like, you know, why would I, like people would say, well, why would I buy an Oyster Perpetual when I could buy an Explorer, right? Like,
yeah. But Rolex is a lot like going to a Mexican restaurant. It's the same ingredients in every dish, right? Like they have a case, a dial, and a bracelet. And you go to the Mexican restaurant, you got, you know, your beans, your rice, and your meat. And it's just about in the tortilla, and it's just a matter of if the tortilla is in the shape of a taco, or is it in the shape of a burrito, or the shape of a tostada. You know, it's like. So, I mean, Rolex does the same.
That's not a bad analogy, to be honest.
Yeah, an Oyster Perpetual 41 isn't different than a Datejust case, really. A Datejust 41. It's all the same stuff.
So I'm going to ask you, Sirocco. So Sirocco believes that Rolex continues these lines because customers are buying them. I'm hard pressed to find anybody I know that's ever owned a Cellini. Maybe OC, you might know some people in other circles that have Cellinis. Outside of those that had to buy them, that specifically sought after the Cellini because they loved it.
Well, I've got to tell you, I mean, looking at that, I wouldn't be fucking buying it either, but someone obviously is. And the point I'm trying to say is the collector market is probably only, you'd be lucky if it's 10% of the entire market.
So you said two people own the Cellini. Have they told you kind of, like, I'm sure you've asked, like, why? Like, well, what drove you to buy this watch? Maybe you can share that with us.
Well, it's certainly a beautiful dress watch, and I think the implementation of the analog date, the hand-driven date, makes it unique, and also the meteorite moon phase is very cool. People would argue that it's overpriced, but really, when you compare it to dress watches from others, it's quite affordable. I think it's like 26 or 27,000 US, and of course, it does sell for 3,000 or 4,000 under in secondary. But the second these things are discontinued, they're going to be collectible. I believe they're going to be sought after. It's a beautiful dress watch. Is it anyone's first choice when you're comparing it to a Calatrava or a Breguet or a Vacheron? No, but again, what Rolex has in its back pocket is people want purchase history, and people want to demonstrate their loyalty to the brand. So when your dealer says, "Hey, do you have this in your collection?" If you have the means, you're going to add it because you want to be able to number one, have a full.
I think you cut out there for a bit.
People like Q, for example. I mean, he loves this watch, but let's be honest. Anything that he gets offered, he'll buy to demonstrate his loyalty to the dealer and set him up for other things.
Yeah, and I think that's a product of the modern times of collecting, right? Like prior to, the boom.
That's a past 4-year thing, really.
Yeah, and look, it's not to say that won't be how it goes down the track either, Sirach. It could be that that's the new norm, right? Like, I think we have to live.
I really hope not. I mean, I remember going into Rolex AD multi-brand. When was that? 2018. Trying on, and I don't even know why I didn't buy it. It was a rose gold Yacht-Master, and it was beautiful, and I don't know why I didn't fucking buy it.
Yeah.
I wish I had.
Yeah, and I'll kind of pivot here in terms of the Cellini versus the Calatrava to Patek. So the Calatrava, I pulled up the reference 96. This is the original Calatrava. Obviously, this is the special one with the Tiffany stamp dial. But when the Stern family took over Patek Philippe, Patek Philippe was in some serious financial trouble, and the Stern family came out with the Calatrava, the reference 96, which at the time when dress watches were a lot more popular, really saved the brand, similar to how the Royal Oak did for AP in the 70s. And this watch is known in the house. You hear Archie say it all the time, the Grand Classique. That's the actual nickname for the watch in the house itself. And it'll always be in the stable because of its iconic status to the brand itself. Maybe not to collectors. Collectors, when you think Patek Philippe and what's sought after, it's Nautilus, it's Aquanaut, and even maybe Perpetual Calendar, when people think of Patek Philippe. But the Calatrava itself was the piece that really, saved the brand. So it's a piece that they respect a lot. It's a line that may not be popular today. It may be the date just of Patek, you could call it, but very, very special to the brand, and that's why they're always going to have this piece in their collection. I'm very excited actually for the release of potentially what could be the 6196 or an update to the 5196, the modern reference of the 96, which will have the new movement.
Just going to interrupt you, Tan. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
We've currently got 76 people watching with 45 upvotes. Can we at least make 50? It would be really good.
Nice.
And you have a super chat.
All right. Michael S., $4.99. Archie should watch you guys work. You guys do a nice job on the show. Thank you. Thank you, Michael S. Appreciate that.
Very nice of you to say.
Yeah, so like, in Patek's side, it's the dress watch is the one that really saved the brand, and very, very special piece to them. I'm excited for the hopefully the new release of the 96 that comes out. I'm not a huge fan. OC, I don't know if you like the 6119. I'll pull it up here.
Yeah, I prefer the 6119 to anything else, actually, just because it has. I'm weird with the date placement. Like with some brands, I don't like that date at the 3 o'clock, and I've never been a fan of the way Patek does it, kind of very traditionally and very conservatively. So I really like this piece because it's just very symmetrical, very no nonsense. It looks extremely modern, but it has some classic cues to it.
Yeah,
so I think the 5212, the 6119. I have a list of several of them that I may purchase.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a 5212 myself. It's a bit hard for me in the Canadian market. It's a smaller market, so there's just not a lot of dealers, and there's not a lot of supply that comes to Canada. So I've been struggling to actually find one. But the 6119 is an update of this watch, which is the 5119, which was an update of
If it's hard in Canada, can you imagine how hard it is in Australia?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that markets outside of Europe and in the US, could definitely be difficult. Now, these aren't
the markets. This is the thing. This is something which I've noticed over the months and years on Archie, where the people are talking about the US, and they don't understand that the Australian market is tiny, and prices go up and down. And sorry,
I was going to say the general wants a 5196 with an auto movement. I mean, this watch is traditionally a manual wind piece. The 5119 and 3919, the predecessors to the 6119, were using the Patek 215 movement, which was meant for a 33 millimeter case, and that's why you don't see the case back open on the 5196, because as a 37 millimeter that probably wears more like a 38, it just looks stupid, right? I'll probably try to show the case back of even this one, which is a 36.
Hey, real quick on the 5119, Tanzil, do you believe that this has been underrated or unloved in secondary for so many years? I mean, you just saw the price there. These are selling for $13,000 to $17,000. They have been for years. You think it's because of the 36 millimeter case size that these aren't really in demand?
Even when this watch came out, Thierry Stern said, I can't see a young man wearing this piece. Like that's a quote from him directly. It was meant for a certain demographic. It was meant for maybe a more senior type of an individual. Sirocco, I'm being very nice here.
I was actually about to agree with you.
I'm not going to say an old man.
A lot of these Calatravas, I mean, I can't really see anyone in their 30s. 20s, certainly not 20s. I cannot see people in their 30s and maybe possibly in their 40s starting to wear that sort of watch. But,
on the 5119, just real quick, the 5119, I believe it's the very diminutive black Roman numerals on the dial that make this very, very old-fashioned.
Can we see the dial?
And that's been corrected with the 6119.
That is right. They kept the hobnail or the clou de Paris bezel. But as OC's pointed out, the Roman numerals just
honestly, I mean, sorry to interrupt, Han, but I'm in my 60s. Yeah, fine. OC, I think you're pretty close.
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
There you go. And seriously, if I was in my 40s, I probably wouldn't want to wear that, let alone my 50s. And maybe now in my 60s, I might even start possibly thinking about it. No matter how much money I've got, it's just too. It's the fucking old man's watch.
So Thierry Stern. So the two parts of that story was Thierry Stern was talking about it when he was designing. I'm gonna pull this up the watch that he designed to. It's not a successor of it. It was just another watch in the Patek lineup. Was the 5227, which was the modern version of the watch that you guys see. It's very famous by Archie. The 5107, the 5127. So he created this watch. He felt it would be a lot more modern. A younger man would wear this piece. It has sculpted lugs. It has this officer's case back. He felt that this was a lot more of a Calatrava that he could sell to a younger generation. Interestingly, still followed the principle of using the same damn movement. So the 5107 that Archie had, the 315 movement, they updated that to the 324 movement in the 5127, which they ported over to the 5227, which is this piece. And so when he was describing the Fine 119, he was saying, it's not a watch that I would see the younger crowd wearing, but I could see a younger professional or younger individual who wants to get into the Patek brand to be purchasing this piece. So this was the Calatrava that they thought would be the modern iteration. And yeah, we'll see. Like, what's your thoughts between the 6119 and this piece? Like, well, you weren't a fan of the date. What do you like about the 6119 over the 5227?
Well, I appreciate the explanation that you just gave on Terry Stern's rationale for updating it and modernizing it, trying to appeal to a younger audience. If I were back then when this piece introduced, I might agree with it. But in where we are now, it still looks a little too plain, a little too conservative, still old-fashioned. Not as old-fashioned as with the applied batons as it did with the diminutive painted black stretched Roman numerals, but it's still very, very plain. And I prefer the 6119. And actually, as a dress watch from Patek Philippe, I want to actually have complications. And so I wanted to ask you, do you think that having complications makes it stray too far from being a classic dress watch? I mean, not this piece. I mean, this is a weekly calendar, but I'm talking about a piece with maybe a chronograph or any other of the dress pieces from the complication side. I see those as being more visually interesting and just more exciting than just standard 5296.
Yeah, so I pulled this up because
can you bring up the 3919, Cam, please?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do that right now.
I just saw you highlight it. So what the hell?
3919.
Let's have a look.
So here's this is a 33 millimeter. Interestingly enough, Archie owned one of these, which would be interesting to see him wear a 33 millimeter. But this is the 3919. This is the original, and this was a big hit actually. This was in Philippe Stern's era, so before Thierry Stern's father's era, where this watch came out. And I think that the ad for you never really own a Patek Philippe, you merely keep it for the next generation. I think that was around this era of when this watch came out. So, it was very popular at the time. 33 millimeter classic dress watch, but very similar to the 5119. So, Sirocco, that's kind of the two differences between the 3919 and the 5119.
Yeah, thanks. No, look, I know nothing about. I know very little about watches, and I know even less about Patek. So I'm learning here.
Yeah, look, I would highly recommend going through Archie's archives. He's done some videos that highlight kind of the differences and stuff like that. So it's very, very good. So the reason I pulled up the 5212 OC was because this is within the Calatrava lineup. It is a complication. It's a weekly calendar. It's a very unique complication for Patek to do because I don't believe the rest of the Trinity does this complication. You see it in other pieces like Oris, and other brands that you may not traditionally put in the same category as Patek. And yeah, look, like the question was, do you think that the complications can take away from the dial? And I'm going to pull up one more Calatrava OC before I answer that. A famous one that Archie loves. I hate this watch. A bunch of people, it's a love-hate relationship. It's this one, where you have this is a 6006, which is the update of the 6000 Patek Philippe. Just extremely busy on the dial. Like, I don't know, like this to me is just not my cup of tea. What do you guys think of this one, the 6006?
No.
It's let's be straight here. I on record again, Yacht-Master 2 is shit, Rolex, and this is the same. It's crap. It's ugly. It's disgusting. Sorry.
I just don't think the way that they set the layout of the date, and it's just too busy, right? And I think that kind of goes back to OC's question around, like, do you feel it takes away from it? And it can, right? It absolutely can. I believe it took away from it here. Like, it's just, it's trying to be sporty, but it just doesn't work. I do believe that the 5212 works. Like it's polarizing because a lot of people do feel that it's very busy, and I would agree. But I think that just the aesthetics of the in Sirocco, I don't know if you know the history of, because you can see the print. It looks like it's hand printed. It was actually the designer of the piece. It's his handwriting that they printed on the dial, which I think was pretty cool.
I heard this, and yeah, look, I get that, and I do understand, but yeah,
a lot of people don't know what a weekly calendar is. Tadzil, are you familiar with the industries where something like this, not from a tool perspective, because none of these watches, are suitable as true tools in the modern age. But do you understand, there are certain industries, for example, finance and retail, where you work off of a year-over-year weekly calendar, a 52-week calendar. So in retail, for example, which is an industry with which I'm familiar, you don't care so much about quarters as you do about weeks, and that's because it's always a year-over-year comparison. So there's such a thing as a 454 calendar, which is basically the calendar that is used to compare is basically, it's week 1, week 2, week 3, and the whole year is divided that way, and it's all of the years are synchronized so they can be easily comparable.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I get what you're saying, and seriously, I do, and I really understand. I do sincerely understand what you're saying.
Well, Sirocco, this is how they marketed it. This is how Patek marketed this watch. Was
but you really wouldn't be using a watch for that.
You wouldn't be, but you could glance down and see we're in week 33.
Yeah,
and that's,
exactly. Yeah,
and not only that.
I get it, and let me be the cynic. Let me be the cynic. I really do understand what you're saying. But I'm going to be the cynic, and I'm not going to be looking at a watch. I've got a diary. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
whether it's paper or on a computer or whatever it is.
But that's the genius of this watch. The genius of this watch is that you can glance down, look at the number, the week of the year.
Say.
Yeah,
I do. Seriously, I do. I mean, I'm not knocking you. I get what you're saying.
So it was marketed for that. I mean, there's industries, there's businesses that care about I know some businesses that care about what week of the month you're in. People are forecasting their pace of the month based on the week that they're in the month. So they may not necessarily care about quarters. So there are definitely industries that this is very relevant. It may not be relevant to everybody, and I think this is where it as a mass marketed piece or a piece marketed for consumers, it does, it can be very niche, but, I think when it goes past that, when it goes past just the complication or the need for the complication, you go into the hand printing of the aesthetic on the days and the dates, as well as the fact that it's a 40 millimeter piece in steel, which is quite unusual for Patek to come out with steel, especially in the more basic range of their pieces. So yeah, I mean, there is definitely relevancy in knowing the weeks of the year. You'll even see here, Sirocco, there's 53 weeks listed, because I think it's I don't know if it's every 4 years or every 3 years. There's a 53rd week in a year. So there's a 53rd week
leap
listed
year or whatever the hell it is.
So we can move on from the 5212 OC. I know that wasn't necessarily relevant to the question on a dress watch. So you were mentioning a chronograph. So I'll pull up the 5170, which is a chronograph. We'll pull up a nice iteration of this one. Let's see. Let's pull up the G, which I think has the Breguet numerals. So 5170G, Sirocco. This is a white gold Patek Philippe Breguet numerals chronograph. Pretty simple layout, I would say.
Yeah, we were talking about this just last night because Sean, small G, was offered this watch. This is the $80,000, correct?
Yeah, it's the most expensive. I would say.
Look, there's no doubt about it. It's beautiful.
Because you can go all the way down to I think 50,000 if you go with the J, which is the white yellow gold version. This is when you see Breguet numerals, that's when you start seeing a bit higher in price. We have a friend in the chat, David N, who's got a beautiful 5396 with Breguet numerals. So his 5396 would probably be on the pricier side. But our NBC Brigade numerals is definitely up there. So so the question OC
Write it
asked
down,
was,
Tan. Before I go to bed, you better write that down and bring it up, okay?
oh yeah, no, I'll bring it up before you. I'll bring it up before you skip.
It's
But
starting to get late.
OC was asking, does the complication take away from the dress watch piece of it? And look, for me, I don't think it does. I just think it's the layout of how they actually present it. You saw the 6006 where it's completely fucked up, and you could just be like, nah, it doesn't work. When you look at this, it looks very balanced, looks quite symmetrical, and to me, this is a really perfectly aligned piece for, you could put this on the wrist. And look, OC, I don't believe the term dress watch is even really relevant today. And I say that because if you think of brands like Daniel Wellington that were extremely wildly popular with young kids, none of those kids are wearing tuxedos. They're not wearing three-piece suits. They're not wearing suits at all.
Right.
But they're wearing those pieces completely dressed down. They don't bucket that as, oh, this is a dress piece. So I could definitely see someone wearing this, with casual clothes, and not be looking out of place. So what do you guys think?
I agree, and I appreciate that confirmation, because as I think about, I've said that 2023 is the year that I finally get a proper dress watch, and for me, I'm looking at the Longa Saxonia Moon Phase or the Breguet or something from Patek, and there's a lot to think about, and I don't want to have to settle for just the 6119 when what I really think Patek stands for is a classic, timeless piece, but also has complications.
For you, Sirocco, I'm going to pull up David N's 5396 gray dial. I think this was actually an anniversary piece. The Patek did for gray numerals.
What can I say? It's absolutely fucking beautiful.
David N, you should be very proud of your watch. It is a dream watch.
It's stunning.
To me, this is the best iteration of the annual calendar complication that Patek invented. I'm not a huge fan of the 5205, which I think a lot of people are huge fans of. I don't like the 5146, which I think is
If I was to wear a suit occasionally, I don't even own a suit. I don't even own a shirt with long sleeves. But it's beautiful. It's an absolutely stunning watch. If my lifestyle wasn't what it is, and where I even I don't own a jacket, let alone a shirt with long sleeves. But if I did, I would probably say, and I was going to wear a jacket with long sleeves occasionally for when I was going out to whatever. Yes, I would definitely wear that watch. It's absolutely beautiful.
All right, so General Saad has sent a special request to my WhatsApp. Talking about Breguet, check the WhatsApp. This is a Oyster Perpetual with Breguet style numerals. What do you guys think of this one, the Oyster Perpetual?
This
is a clash. JT. I think I just shocked JT. I just said absolutely beautiful. I shocked it. Sorry to interrupt. Let's have a bit of levity. We need some levity.
Well, look,
no, this is a clash of styles. It's a clash of styles, really. It's
unusual though. Like it's just not something you see on a Rolex. And so Saad and I, just to see if you give you some context, Saad and I look for very obscure dials, obscure pieces for Rolex. We generally dive really deep. Saad is in an area, he's in Asia, and he's come across a lot of very obscure Rolexes over his time collecting. So less about, does it work or whatever. I know that, and I would agree with you that it's definitely at a place for a Rolex. But, I can appreciate a piece like this because it's different, because it's not your Buckley dial. It's not your, traditional Romans or stick dial that you'd see a million of out there in the world. This is something you probably don't see a ton of out there in the world. So that to me is a bit, it's a bit unique, and I like a bit of uniqueness in my life.
I've never seen this before, so this is really
that's what General Saad's all about. He's all about bringing pieces that we've never seen before. And look, he hunts. Like he'll find stuff that rare day-date dials that one person has owned. It was a special commission for that one person. And just like I don't know if you saw earlier in the show, I showed a two-tone day date that Saad hunted down. It was on a Jubilee. Let's see if I can find it here.
No, I just woke up actually. I didn't have a chance yet.
I'll share this tag because I don't want to dox anybody on WhatsApp. So
by the way, the 5396 I like. I just don't love how the date window kind of intrudes into the subdial like that. It just, to me, it just cuts it off. I'm more of a fan of, my favorite is really the 5236. You know, with the inline.
Yeah, the inline. That we talked about that the other day. Was you know, how did people feel about the inline? You know, just the way the complication is set up. You know, in the movement being a little bit more complicated to create than, you know, what the traditional 5146 or 5396 would look like. So I'm pulling this up for General Saad here for you, OC. So this is one of Saad. I believe this is one of two that exist in the world. Day dates in two-tone on a Jubilee bracelet. And obviously gaudy. It's you know, if you're a special commission piece, you're probably going to be somebody who's really, really well off, or maybe royalty or something that you want to be very showing off on this kind of a piece. But
is this white gold and yellow gold, or stainless steel and yellow gold?
I believe this is white and yellow gold. Let me just ask Saad here. So this
white gold. So he says white gold.
Yeah, with yellow gold central links. Yep. So
what's the dial?
Looks like mother of pearl.
Yeah,
that was my guess, but
yeah, let's see if I can zoom in here. But yeah, it's got some kind of a tinge of pearl. Saad might
mother of pearl. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, but yeah, like I think
is this what the one we were looking at before? Like an hour ago.
Yeah, it was. OC wasn't watching when we were talking about it before.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It is mother of pearl. It's a mother of pearl dial. So.
And this is one of two. Are you saying?
One of two.
Wow. Fuck me.
And JJ was running a stream a few days ago, just talking about best two-tone watches, and I was trying to find a two-tone day date. I had to find just a Tridor because I couldn't find a two-tone day date. And then 2 days later, Saad is like, "Hey, look what I found." He's like, "I confirmed that this is an authentic Rolex. It was commissioned. There's only 2 of them out there in the world."
Oh, Saad bought it.
No. Saad, I think, either found out who the owner was.
I'm messing around.
Yeah,
well, maybe I'm
no.
not.
No. It's you know, it's just and it's gaudy, right? Like, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Not everyone's gonna love it. Like OC, I think if you've seen some of my streams, I try to talk about stuff that's unique, that's you know, just something you don't see every day, that is historic. That still falls within the Rolex range or the Patek range or the range of the brands people can appreciate, but just something that they may not have heard about or seen about in their lifetime. So stuff like that.
Yeah, this is unusual. I've never seen a two-tone implemented like this before, especially with the two-tone and the diamonds incorporated into the center links like that. Because this isn't a president's bracelet. This is a Jubilee bracelet.
It's a Jubilee bracelet, exactly. So very, 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 very different. We also showed the Missoni dial, which I'll pull up here in a second.
It's actually a combination of a president's and a Jubilee bracelet. It's very, very odd when you look at it. The outer links are president's bracelet, and the inner links are Jubilee.
So this is the Missoni dial. It is a completely all gold dial. It's an 18038 all gold dial. In a Missoni pattern. Missoni was, I believe, a design house that the pattern looks similar of. I don't believe that the design house had any relation to Rolex, but obviously quite a rare piece with an all gold dial. We were talking about if you ever tried to send this for service, I don't even know what Rolex would do, if they'd even be able to service a dial like this or even have a service dial replacement for this. But also something that's just not common. It's not your typical, you know, dial that you see on a Rolex today. And I don't even believe you can get an all gold dial. Saad could correct me if I'm wrong, if you can even get an all gold dial from Rolex anymore. But yeah, just something that's just completely different, that off the beaten path with day dates.
Yeah, they do so much with these special dials in day dates. There's countless iterations.
Saad mentioned that you can still order, and not just talking about like the Eisenkeisel dial that we you know, everyone's kind of familiar with, but you can still order certain stones from Rolex. I don't really know the how easy it is to do that. I'm going to show a lapis lazuli Patek. So this is I believe a 3700 Patek Nautilus in a lapis lazuli, which is a common, it's a common stone that you'll see on the older day dates. I don't want to say common, but it's a stone that you've seen on older day dates. You were able to get it here on a Patek 3700 in lapis lazuli. But apparently you can still get lapis lazuli on certain things. So he says you can still get a lapis lazuli dial. Pull up the 128239. I'll pull that up. 128239.
Yeah, it's probably an older 36 millimeter day date, right?
Yes, it is 36 millimeters. Let's pull this up. Is it lapis lazuli? I think I have to put lapis here. I don't think I got the lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli. Yeah, here we go. So here's a lapis lazuli dial. So you can still get them. Obviously, you might get a bit of a gaudier. You have to get the Romans. You have to get the diamonds, on them, but they're still available. The process of actually getting, so you guys have a viewer that kind of views both shows, George Varghese, who's purchased an Eisenkaisel himself. And I actually asked him to kind of talk to us about how do you actually get an Eisenkaisel, because it's not like you can just walk into your AD and be like, I want an Eisenkaisel. And he kind of described like, hey, I had to buy like really heavy hitting pieces before I was even offered something like this. So I would assume that the same would go for a lapis lazuli to special order something like that. I think that you probably have to be a VVIP client with Rolex or at the AD.
Oh, I don't think so. I think as long as you own that reference, you could put in a request to purchase it.
Realize the Eisen trades badge. So we got our resident expert on values and value retention, fella in the chat. Fella owns a beautiful. I'm gonna pull up his piece here. Fella's always, whenever I pull something up, fella's like, the value retention. I'm gonna pull up fella's watch that I love.
Yeah, before you do, but do you own any Rolex pieces with a either wood or stone dial?
I don't own any of the older stone pieces or wood pieces. No.
I've been looking. Of course, I've been thinking about incorporating something with a stone dial into my collection, and the one that speaks to me the most, and I don't want to mention it too much because then other people will also want it, is ferrite. Yeah. I think some of either the Datejust or the day dates with the ferrite dial are really cool. So when those pop up, I tend to give them a look, and it's really hard to get them at a reasonable price. But I'm always on the lookout for something with either a ferrite dial or malachite or something like that.
Yeah, I'll run us through real quickly once I show fella's watch here.
Guys, sorry to interrupt. My AirPods have died, and it's late, so I better leave. But good talking to you.
All right.
I see.
Peace out.
See you,
Take it easy, and we'll talk again soon, I guess. See you later.
All right.
I'll just run the show for a little bit longer, OC, and we'll go through some of the stone dials before I end it. So this is fella's 5270P salmon dial. Beautiful piece. I think this is a banger, from Patek Philippe. Fella and I always talk about value retention. He's big on it. Him and I talked about the other day about the Patek Philippe Nautilus perpetual calendar being a short run or potential short run piece that's probably going to be quite valuable. And I said, yeah, I mean, you put a Nautilus and one of the best complications together, it absolutely is going to be something that I think is going to be collectible. But for you, OC, we're going to pull up a bunch of basically the entire or most of the collection of stone dials from Rolex. You can kind of tell us what you like. I'll blast through this because I don't want to hold the show up too long. So this is a Gate dial.
You save these resources, like this is a Rolex forums post, right?
This is a Rolex forums post.
Yeah.
Right.
And you just have these all breadcrumbed or saved. You can
I just know them. So I'll pull them up as I know them, right? Like I do a lot of, obviously I do a lot of digging and research and stuff myself. So I know where to find these. There's even a list. I can even have a list of them. But Saad and I, this is what we do. We'll spend our days going through this.
What was the one about? Which one was is that that one right there? That almost looks like a navy blued mother of pearl.
Yeah, it's called Ammonite. I linked the thread in here for you to see, afterwards if you want to just
All right,
scroll
appreciate
through it
that.
yourself.
Thanks.
Aventurine. So these are all stone dials, so it'll be different stones. Aventurine 18238.
Yep.
Azurite. And again, it's a bloodstone, so you can see, I think bloodstone might have a couple of different shades of bloodstone. Cacholong. This, I don't know if this could be confused
Oh,
with mother of
wow.
pearl. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Chalcedony. This is the beach. This is the famous Daytona beach that everyone talks about with the lizard box.
Mhm.
Blue coral. There's different shades of coral. So you'll see blue coral, you'll see pink coral, an orange coral, pink coral, green coral. And here we go with the
There's that.
ferrite.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, I love the
this is what you were
striations of
talking
the
about.
ferrite. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what you'll. And I think Saad was mentioning when you're looking at pieces like this. Saad says I did a day-date dial post in 2014 on Rolex One. Saad, you can obviously hop on the panel, man. Like you know this better than I do. Yeah, like Saad was mentioning that you got to be very careful with the dials because as they get serviced, they can get damaged, especially the stone dials. So you got to really look closely with the loop to ensure that the piece you are buying is one of the condition that you're looking for.
What would happen? They would be cracked.
Yeah, they can get cracked. They can get hairline cracks. So just be very careful, especially this one. I believe the Jurassic Park or the fossil dial is known to be pretty brittle. Obviously being a fossil. Garnet, not my cup of tea, but some people I think like it.
Sure.
Here we got a marble dial. I think some of us have seen marble dials around before in the past.
Everybody's kitchen and bathroom.
Yeah.
It looks like that now.
Yeah, I don't think that's something you necessarily want to put on the dial. You got green jade here, lavender jade, jadeite, blue jadeite, green jasper, rose jasper. So now we're getting something a bit more popular, malachite, like you mentioned, similar to you're saying the ferrite, just in obviously a different shade. You got the green. Definitely, something I like. I think it's something that's a bit more modern. I think Rolex had made that in modern times. So
yeah, if you were into astronomy and you liked, Saturn, for example, that'd be a perfect watch for you because it kind of resembles the rings of Saturn, the previous one, the malachite.
We got meteorite, which everyone's familiar with. Mother of pearl, different shades of mother of pearl. And I think Saad was mentioning that the black mother of pearl is one that people are also quite familiar with. But a couple different shades of mother of pearl on some Daytonas. Obsidian, this is one that doesn't look very aesthetically pleasing, but I have seen these around. Onyx, I've seen these obviously on a lot of day dates.
Yeah, and they brought Onyx back into the lineup recently.
Yep. Black opal, pink opal, rubellite. So this is one that we've constantly confused because there's I think it's I don't know if it's a Shah of Iran or somebody had some very, very rare Rolex, and Saad will correct me if I'm wrong. It was called Heart of Ruby versus Rubellite, and it's a shade that we'd have to go into another show about. But this one, Sujilite, Japanese market only. Lapis lazuli, which we've seen earlier. Sodalite, you'd see sodalite you can see it on the date just. You've seen it on day dates.
Almost every auction now has a date just or a
Daytona.
day date. Let's say yes, our Daytona sodalite.
Yeah, that are around. This is a favorite of mine, Tiger's Eye. I like Tiger's Eye. I don't know why. If you played marbles as a kid, you probably had a Tiger's Eye marble.
This looks a lot like a wood dial.
It does.
Like a mahogany dial.
Yep, they have a different type of Tiger's Eye called Bullseye, which I haven't seen, but it looks a bit more modern.
I like that one a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a reddish Tiger's Eye. Turquoise, not very uncommon. So these are all the main stone dials. So you have the list here in the private chat, and if you do connect with Saad's really the expert on this. That I've seen. He researches a lot of these. He finds stuff that probably isn't even on this list, and we're seeing it every day, just something new.
Is Saad on Instagram?
Saad, I don't know if he's on Instagram. I only talk to him on WhatsApp. So, Saad, if you're on Instagram, you can drop your IG. So OC could contact you, but yeah, he's the guy to talk to for sure.
Cool.
Saad says yes. I'll let him drop his Instagram before I end the stream because I had no intentions of coming on at 7 in the morning, and it's already 9:14, 9:15. I got to get going to do other shit. So
yeah. Oh, you're in the Eastern time zone?
yeah, I'm in the Eastern time zone. I'm in Canada.
Gotcha.
So here's his IG here. If you guys want to contact me, steal my lead. Here's my IG. I mean, everybody knows my IG, so you guys can contact me here. Thank you, Strider. I'm going to end the show for everybody today. I want to thank obviously OC for joining, Sirocco, Dodger. I haven't actually seen the whole stream, so I'm going to go back and watch when Archie was on. But yeah, look, guys, we're just talking some watches, having a good time, not getting into any drama. There's no point of getting into any drama. I go to a lot of shows. I just talk watches. I just want to enjoy my time. But yeah, I don't know if you had any ending words, OC, for an Archie Luxury live stream.
I better not. I think your closing was perfect.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Peace out.